Hello, welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are live on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including ATL FM Cape Coast, Might FM Tamale, Bewa Radio Yendi, and in Kiligi FM Boli. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. This morning, the minority in Parliament is appealing to Ghanaians and civil society groups to join its campaign to force Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Ernest Addison, and his deputies to resign.
And you as a Ghanaian who is already suffering it, are to join us to get him to resign because the law protects him.
Also, Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin justifies political parties' control over members as he says MPs cannot be separated from the interest of their parties in the conduct of business.
We go to the parties to sign our form for us to stand on the party ticket to contest election. The parties now hold sway over the members of Parliament.
We have details of that shortly in business.
New World Bank report ranks Ghana among top 10 countries in the world with highest food inflation rate. Details on the Joy Business report.
A lawyer representing Sarah J., one of the accused individuals in the Cecilia Dapa $1 million case, hopes to secure bail today for the nursing mother.
They've taken her back to cell. So we're just making preparation to arrange for people to execute the bill for him. Looking at the bail condition, to me, it was so harsh.
I am Amesi Yamiche Thompson. Details shortly. The minority in Parliament is rallying Ghanaians and civil society organizations to join its call for the resignation of the Bank of Ghana's governor, Ernest Addison, and his deputies. This comes after the central bank made losses to the tune of over 60 billion cedis in 2022. The minority finds BOG's financial situation unacceptable. They're pushing for the governors to resign within 21 days or they'll be forced to picket the central bank. Ranking member Isaac Adongo wants Ghanaians and civil society groups to join in their campaign.
There are several ways of killing a cat. But you know that criminality doesn't expire at the right time. If he doesn't resign, he doesn't purge himself. He has several other breaches. This is just one. Several other violations of the law with impunity. At the right time, we will isolate and deal with them individually.
But in the meantime, you're simply asking him to resign.
In the meantime, this is the path we have taken. And you as a Ghanaian who is already suffering it, are to join us to get him to resign because the law protects him.
You heard Ranking Member on Parliament's Finance Committee, Isaac Adongo. Still in Parliament, Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has justified why members in the House cannot conduct business independently without the influence of their political parties. Addressing a forum in the Western region to mark Parliament's uninterrupted 30 years of democracy, Mr. Bagbin says the system cannot free the MPs from the control of their political parties.
We go to the parties to sign our form for us to stand on the party ticket to contest election. The parties now hold sway over the members of Parliament. And so in taking decisions in the House, many members are swayed to follow the directives of the party. Party discipline and the whip system can be so strong and rigid, as I said, a feature of the Westminster system adopted by us. And that leaves the MP with little scope for independent action.
He said although the phenomenon is worrying, it cannot be said that the MPs do not always represent the interest of their constituents.
Consequently, an MP is still representative of his constituents, even if his votes are at variance with the wishes of his constituents. This is because it is impossible for an MP to take a single logical position that reflects the entire span of the varying opinions of his constituents. On many issues, some issues, yes, you can easily tell. Like in the issue that is before the House now. The MPs all know what Ghanaians want. So 275 are all supportive of the bill.
U.S. Speaker of Parliament Alban Bakpin and lawyer Augustine Jamefi, representing Sarah A.J., one of the accused individuals in the Cecilia Dapa $1 million case, hopes to secure bail requirements today. He wants Sarah released so she can hold her 6-month-old infant again. Lawyer Jamefi described the bail conditions as stringent, but affirmed his client's dedication to meeting them within the specific time frame.
They've taken her back to cell. So we're just making preparation to arrange for people to execute the bill for him. Looking at the bail condition, to me, it was so harsh, and it's not something you can get it just now and then. So we have to do that either today, tomorrow, or the next day. But her relatives are ready. If after 2-3 days we are not able to meet the conditions, we want to make the effort tomorrow. If we are 2-3 days we are not able to meet the conditions, I'll go back for review of the bill condition. But well, let them start and let's see.
Some youth of Abuabo in their Sokur-Mampong municipality in the Ashanti region have called on the IGP to caution personnel in their approach to handling issues in Zongo communities. They say the recent death of Yusuf Salawuddin and the killing of Zongo 7 are among instances of unfair treatment suffered in the hands of the police. They spoke to Joy News during a fitness walk towards Abuabo homecoming. There's more in the following report.
The death of Yusuf Salawuddin led to an attack on the Aswasi police station by some irate youth. The police, after arresting some suspects in a swoop, allegedly assaulted and abandoned the victim, who many say was at the point of death. Baba Saki, leader of Aswasi Youth Front, believes the police have over the years acted contrary to the tenets of their professional ethics. He points to instances of arbitrary killings of Zongo youth by the police.
It's obvious that the police have different mindset towards approaching Zongo people when it comes to operation or sweeping. When they come to Zongo community, they use so many means, they use so many approaches, which is so unfair to the people of Zongo community.
The youth wants the IGP to engage his officers to review their operational approach on Zongo issues. According to Baba Saki, they will be forced to defend themselves if the killing continue.
When you look at what happened with Zongo 7, my brother, we can't forget. So we, the Zongo people, are calling on IGP. We are sending a signal that the approach and manner that they use on our people is very, very unfair. And we will not sit down for that to be happening to us.
Okuma Leaks reports, read to you.
And to election headquarters, I believe I can make an impact. That's the reason why Ghana's former minister, former minister Kofi Konedo-Apreku is contesting to become the flag bearer of the governing New Patriotic Party. The former ECOWAS commissioner says he is best positioned amongst 9 other competitors to lead the NPP. Blessed Suga has more on the following report.
He is number 8 on the ballot. And for some followers of the New Patriotic Party, who ride on the mantra of breaking the 8 to retain political power, Dr. Kofi Konedo-Apreku has good omen to deliver victory for the governing New Patriotic Party. But the candidate, who has had this long-held ambition of becoming president, said he is on a mission to make a positive impact on the lives of Ghanaians.
I want to be president because I believe I can make an impact. I have a lot that I've gained from the public, and they say to those for whom much is given, much is expected. I feel a sense of obligation.
The former Trade and Industry Minister is contending with 9 other names attempting to succeed President Akufo-Addo, whose tenure expires after the 2024 election. But the former ECOWAS commissioner says he's confident in his ability to change the fortunes of the party when given the opportunity.
The people there are also interested in the political fortunes. So they're looking for people who will deliver so that the party can continue to win elections.
Blessed Suga's report. Now, an inspirational Ghanaian has developed a beautiful natural homestead where he keeps animals for business and conserves the environment by converting degraded land into forest. After sun winning led to a degraded land 24 years ago, the enclave at Domiabra near Ejiso in the Ashanti region is now a one-of-a-kind farm surrounded by forest. Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin has more.
So when I came, I found out that some of the parts, the land is being used as a sign winning area, and for that you cannot plant anything.
This place is a little heaven because from the Bible we all understand that Adam and Eve started from a garden, and the garden comprises so many trees and different types.
In fact, when you come here, you would see a lot of trees, you will see different kinds of animals, and you would be amazed on how this particular land was converted into a useful one.
Excessive sun winning rendered the land degraded. Nana Sia sought assistance from the fishery department to convert a portion of the land into fish ponds. He now has 4 departments on the farm.
That is the livestock, the aquaculture, mangoes, and that is the tree, and then the poultry, then small game.
Nana Sia's efforts have earned him recognition as a farmer and friend of the environment.
Mohammed Nuruddin's report for Climate Focus, and that's how we end the bulletin. In our top story, Minority in Parliament is appealing to Ghanaians and civil society groups to join the campaign to force Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Ernest Addison, and his deputies to resign. I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Chair.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Papa! Bobo, so how your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that. Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Sorry. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Behind every door lies a world of opportunities.
And with Absa's flexible loans, you hold the master key to open all the doors to your dreams.
Doors to a new horizon and everything you could ever dream of. At ABSA, we help you open the doors to all your dreams. Whether you want to buy a home, a plot of land, or finance your personal projects, our flexible personal loans, mortgage, and credit cards can make it happen. Visit absa.com.gh to discover how to get things done. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply.
Your preferred retirement partner, Apex Trustee, offers you an unmatched pension administration service that guarantees a cheerful life of retirement for both formal and informal sector workers. Our Progress Occupational Pension Scheme, the Progress Provident Fund Scheme, and the Progress Personal Pension Scheme will help you achieve financial peace of mind during retirement. Apex Trustee provides employer-sponsored schemes, including staff welfare schemes, seeking to outsource the day-to-day administration of their second-tier occupational pension and third-tier provident fund schemes. Start the quality lifestyle journey you envisage for your retirement now. Call us on 0504 368048 or 0256 793330. Apex Trustee, a joyous retirement begins here.
Welcome to the Visa Summer Experience. Enjoy offers from merchants worldwide. Get your Visa. Explore the world with complimentary travel insurance. Relax in premium airport lounges worldwide. Check in with exotic hotel deals. Relish sweet deals on restaurants. Fuel your adventure with discounted car rentals. And if you want to shop online, we've got offers for you too. There's so much for every traveler. Visit africa.visa.com today.
Yeah, Charlie, so many vibes and I bought 10 father, my sanaba. My mini papa, and you're not for more fear anymore, more acquaintum. Trebiania, so I'm Maniscaco Fiesi and Fancy that near fear for before Javasi no parking. A bear man Sujai Casa. Thanks to Sukasa, how to your nature. Sukasa see a damn brony friend affordable luxury homes, or more 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, where you're fully gated or grants and communities, or more malls, clubhouse, and all social amenities, plus 24-hour security. Almost our flexible payments, and yeah, I know my dear at Dow Casa, plus 100% guaranteed cashback. Yes, 100% guaranteed cashback. No quick one-answer stories. Contact Sukasa right now through phone calls or WhatsApp on 030-296-0865 and 055-369-7886. Charlie's social media, so more, baby. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube at Sukasa GH. Email Susie at info@sukasa.com.gh. Sukasa, building on trust.
Charlie, that be the sound you hear when things make hot. I'm sure this is not battery, just cash flow. Lajan no day. It is safe to say we are all facing challenging times. We are all wondering how we are going to lighten our financial burdens. Nowhere cool. But don't worry, with a little help from your trusted bank, Societe Generale Ghana, be fine. Societe Generale Ghana is making all its customers happy with the Yatiso Loans promo. In fact, SG Ghana customers and even non-customers who are on the controller and accountant general payroll can enjoy access to our amazing discounted loans. Don't waste time. Get your loan today. Step into a branch or call 0302-214-314 to get the ball rolling. Terms and conditions apply. Remember, promotion ends on 29 September 2023. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Just be happy. Don't you worry.
In an era where the business environment is constantly changing, the need for accounting and finance professionals who can guide and lead organizations to sustainable success is critical. The good news is, CIMA's CGMA designation, held by over 150,000 professionals globally, delivers the skills, competencies, and mindsets that employers require. Learn more about the CGMA designation at www.aicpa-cima.com or email accra@aicpa-cima.com.
Morning.
Good morning. So yesterday you had the maths. Did it add up for you?
Did it add up?
I'll tell you what was most interesting. The discrepancy in what we've heard from government, from the Minister for Works and Housing on two separate occasions, two different figures. And he said that these figures came from audits that he had, commissioned, asked professionals to do.
So why the discrepancy?
I'm not sure. In 2021, I don't know if you remember, Hassan Ayariga went out to Saglemi and took some videos of, the empty structures and was calling on people to go and occupy them. So, of course, the ministry, responded. And in that response, the Minister for Works and Housing, Mr. Asensubuachi, said that it would cost $32 million to complete Saglemi. But today we're told it will cost $114 million, also based on audits done, commissioned by the housing minister. So I'm not sure.
That's almost quadruple.
Yeah, something doesn't add up, right?
Still,
anyway,
could you?
Yeah. Anyway, today we're looking at a completely different aspect of this whole business. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Huh?
I'm tuning.
All right. So for the 6 a.m. news, we say thank you to Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you, and Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. Okay, and a poorly maintained car engine can age faster, and that's why Quartz engine oil with age resistance technology is your solution. It's a breakthrough that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74%, even under extreme temperatures and pressures. Choosing Quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz keep your engine younger for longer. So I guess it's time now for the Joy Business Report, brought to you by Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, New World Bank report ranks Ghana among top 10 countries in the world with highest food inflation rate. Also, 8 banks accounted for 67% of the banking industry exposure to the domestic debt exchange program, plus Social Security and National Insurance Trust (NIT) to participate in second DDP, describing it as favorable. Details coming up. Welcome everyone and to our friends listening from Koforidia on KTU Radio. First up, Ghana's high food inflation rate in June has pushed it into the top 10 countries in the world with record levels. Here's George Rafael with more from the latest World Bank Food Security Report.
The country's food inflation rate of 54% in June this year makes Ghana the number 8th in the world with the highest food inflation rate, coming after countries like Egypt and Sierra Leone. Venezuela's rate of 414% makes it the country with the highest food inflation rate in the world. Ghana's high inflation rate, according to the Statistical Service, has been influenced by supply challenges in the country and the high cost of imports, which has been influenced by the cedi's depreciation against the US dollar. However, there are projections that things could decline from next month when the harvest season approaches. The World Bank report showed that food inflation was high mostly in low and middle income countries. However, it warned that Russia's withdrawal from the Black Sea Initiative poses a major risk to grain supplies in the world, as well as India's decision to ban rice exports. This could push prices up again on the local markets, including countries like Ghana.
George Affe with that report. The Director General of the Social Security and National Insurance Trust, NIT, Dr. John Ofori-Tenkwang, has indicated that the trust is willing to participate in the second round of the domestic debt exchange program. According to him, the terms of the offer are more favorable than the initial DDP, hence the decision to subscribe. He was speaking at the 2023 edition of the Employers' Breakfast meeting.
Government has tabled a new offer for pension funds that are holding government bonds. The terms of the offer certainly are better than, I think, the first one that was floated. We do hold some government paper. I think it's about a little less than 1 billion Ghana cedis of government paper. We will look at it and then we will subscribe and make sure that we have enough liquidity to be able to pay our immediate benefits when they come due.
You heard Director General of the Social Security and National Insurance Trust, Dr. John Ofori-Tenkwang. 8 banks accounted for 67% of the banking industry exposure to the domestic debt exchange program. This confirms a Joy Business story in November last year that 8 banks were highly exposed to the Government of Ghana bonds. According to the 2023 Ghana Banking Survey by Accounting Professionals, PwC, 72% of the impairment charges recorded in 2022 were linked to these banks. There's more in this report.
GCB, Consolidated Bank Ghana, EcoBank Ghana, and ABSA recorded the highest impairment charges of 1.81 billion, 1.77 billion, 1.62 billion, and 1.61 billion cedis respectively. The banks most impacted by impairment charge as a proportion of their investment securities portfolio were Cal Bank, Prudential Bank, Zenith Bank, and First National Bank. With the terms for the restructure of dollar-denominated securities yet to be finalized, the report said it will be interesting to assess the adequacy of the credit losses estimated by banks once the terms are finalized for exchange. The domestic debt exchange program, coupled with the downgrade of the government of Ghana's credit rating by rating agencies, swung the industry into an unprecedented loss. This resulted in the erosion of the industry's asset base by 15.7 billion cedis through the recognition of impairment charges on government securities.
Next, economist Dr. Patrick Isumin says government will not be able to implement substantial expenditure cuts in the 2023 budget. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has said that the World Bank will be completing a review of government's flagship programs like the Free SHS Initiative and the School Feeding Program. But speaking to Joy Business, Dr. Isumin urged government to minimize the perks of public officials and merge some government agencies with similar mandates to protect the public purse.
We also have to think about, when we talk about the expenditure rationalization, it's not really only about cutting expenditures, but making sure that we are getting value for what from public expenses. So we have to ensure that when we spend a city of public funds, we are getting the value for its worth for the city we spend. I think that is another area we should be looking at, making sure that every project that we do, there's a genuine value for money review to ensure that the public purse is not being misused.
Economist Dr. Patrick Isumin. The Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, ISER, is making a case for the electronic transaction levy to be broadened to cover other areas of online businesses. Director of ISER, Professor Peter Korte, in an interview with Joy Business, said the levy can be changed to e-commerce tax with a reduced rate of less than 1% in order to attract many consumers. Here's more from the media budget review by the Institute.
The Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research has been reviewing the media budget. It recommends some solutions to government that will address the country's budget deficit, high inflation, and concerns of stagnant growth in the private sector. Professor Peter Korte therefore advised government to take a second look at the electronic transaction levy and broaden its scope to cover e-commerce businesses whilst reducing the rate further.
Businesses or entrepreneurs are operating virtually. Some are operating from their homes. They have advertised and they are raking a lot of sales. So it's about time we move beyond electronic transfers and also look at e-commerce so that we can rake in more revenue. If we do so, we can even go ahead and reduce the e-levy rate whilst we tax more of the e-commerce to make up for the loss.
Also responding to the assertion that the economy has turned around the corner, Professor Korte argued there is more to be done to begin the recovery process.
The point is, if we have turned the corner, then there are many corners we have to turn. We have turned one. There are many corners we have to turn because if you look at the rate of inflation, it is still high comparatively.
Eben Sabute's report for Joy Business.
Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority has announced the introduction of new excise duties on beverages, which starts from the 1st of September this year. This comes after the Excise Tax Stamp Amendment Act widened the coverage of the excise tax stamp policy to include food juices, all sweetened beverages, e-cigarettes, and e-cigarette liquids. According to the Commissioner of Domestic Tax Revenue Division at the GRA, Edward Jamra, the new excise duties on beverages forms part of the GRA's efforts to improve revenue mobilization.
Today we have learned that some of these things are done to protect the citizenry because the consumption of some of these products have health implications, serious health implications, and tax is one tool that we can all use to correct the consumption or direct the consumption of some of these products. Hence, the amendment to the Excise Duty Act, which has been explained to us.
Edward Jamra, Commissioner of Domestic Tax Revenue Division at the GRA. Still on tax matters, tax consultant Francis Timor is calling for a collaboration between the Ghana Revenue Authority and local assemblies to collect property tax. The advice comes after concerns raised about the GRA engaging a third party to collect the taxes on behalf of government. Speaking to Joy Business, Mr. Timor said there must be collaboration to enhance efficiency.
The collaboration with the GRA for me was the best in terms of the property rate collection in Ghana. And so the GRA estimated that they had registered over 8.7 million properties, and the revenue that they were projecting to get from that alone is over 1.7 billion Ghana cedis, which is quite good. Because if you look at the performance over the period, take Ayawaso West and places like Legon, which falls under Ayawaso West. The whole internally generated fund for 2022 was just 5.3 million Ghana cedis.
Tax consultant Francis Timor there. Now, after struggling with an autoimmune condition for a couple of years, Mariama Abubakar is back on her feet. Eating healthy improved her condition a great deal, and now she is determined to help others stay healthy. That's why she started Simply Green, a startup promoting healthy eating habits. On the Joy Business Van, we bring you the second part of our story on Simply Green.
2020, I saw my health take a nosedive.
I was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition where your immune system attacks you, the host, instead of working together to protect you. And unfortunately, my pain levels were so high, so the medication I was taking was rather increasing my pain.
Out of desperation, Mariama went on a healing journey. She began to research.
And I discovered that food plays an importance in whatever it is I was going through. I had a discussion with my doctors, and I went off with them monitoring my health. I went off the pharmaceutical medication and I started working with food.
Mariama made sure whatever she ate from morning to evening was natural, holistic food.
So we went into it for like 6 months. After 6 months, we started seeing positive signs, my body kicking back, my immune system starting to work, my digestion improved, my sleeping got better, my panic anxiety attacks went away.
And do make a date at 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business Report, 5 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel. As we continue to tell the story of Simply Green, Mariama will be telling us more about the recipe she's come up with to eat healthy. Well, before we go, let's check the markets for you. On the currency market this morning, the dollar going for 11 cedis 50 pesos. That's on the Forex or retail market. The pound going for 15 cedis 15 pesos, and the euro 13 cedis. On the commodity market, crude oil selling at $85 a barrel today. Gold increased by more than $5 to open trading at $1,931 an ounce. Cocoa trading at $3,376 a ton after losing more than $3. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Cobb. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues. Here's Kojo Yankson.
Yeah, here he is. Yeah. All right. So, I was saying that we're going to look at a different aspect of the conversation today.
Right.
I don't know if you heard the housing minister's response to former President John Mahama, who had been, complaining
I know
that
there's
something about the cathedral, why spend $500 million on the cathedral when you haven't completed Saglemi and so forth. So the housing minister responded. Apparently, the government wants to sell Saglemi. They want to sell it. So I guess the question now is, okay, how are they going to go about that? Is it viable? Is it a viable way forward? Would anyone in the private sector want to buy Saglemi? Do the numbers add up?
My disappointment is that the government couldn't carry this project through. I mean, it's like we always have to turn to the private sector for help on simple projects such as this.
Yeah.
I mean, why can't the government do this?
The question, though, is will the private sector be interested in this?
Whether or not it's viable at this point.
Yeah. I mean, we keep hearing that government has not abandoned Saglemi. But if you sell it to
if you're turning to the private sector,
then it's no longer affordable housing, and so you have abandoned it. It's no longer a solution to the housing problem.
It was supposed to be affordable housing.
Yes.
So then you begin to question, would this be affordable?
Yeah. I mean, if indeed it will cost $114 million to make that place operational, how much will you sell it for? And who is willing to spend $114 million on an estate 30 minutes beyond Pram Pram?
Was it supposed to be targeted at the middle class? The Saglemi project?
But affordable housing cannot be targeted at the middle class. Anyway, let's get to it. It's time now for our inspirational song. Brought to us by Duraplast Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDPE pipes, as well as Water Tank, where Duraplast goes, water flows. And, this is nice. Blessed Assurance.
We need that.
Everybody wants to know what it sounds like. We're all excited. Okay, well, lots to do this morning.
Yes, let's start with the Drive Safe campaign, which is brought to you by John Hughes and Multimedia Group, as supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Yesterday, I observed again faulty traffic light not functioning. You know, when it's early, about this time, there won't be police officers most likely directing traffic. So please, if you're approaching a traffic light that is not functioning, remember that there are other road users, and avoid all distractions. Keep both eyes on the road, make way, and please drive safe.
And talking about traffic lights, the Awoshi Ablekuma stretch. You see, what I find difficult to understand, every institution has its functions, or agency has its functions. Now, the agency responsible for this, urban roads, have been directed by their supervisor in charge of road safety, the National Road Safety Authority. But again, as has become known of this country, for the optics, for the cameras, we write a letter, you're directed to ensure this is done. Then all of us go to sleep, including us, the media. We pretend everything is okay. Then when there's an accident, we come back again. This is the country that voted 1 billion Ghana cedis to tackle road safety, following the death of Ebony and others on our roads. It took a whole interministerial committee on road safety, and this is where we are, still not dealing with the basics of road safety. But you see, the people who are tasked to do that are at work. The one who's supposed to supervise them is at work. The one who's supposed to manage the supervisor, still at post. The one who appointed the manager sees nothing wrong with it. And that's the sad state of our country. Anyway, let's learn how to say it right. It's brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either. I say either.
Today on the Super Morning Show, we continue our examination of the Saglemi Housing Project in our bid to figure out how, after spending $200 million on this 5,000-unit planned affordable housing development, the government has managed to house a sum total of 0 people there. In fact, let's also continue our crusade against redundant phrases. I have quite the specimen for you today. In fact, you just heard me say it. Sum total. Think about it. Why add the word sum to the word total when they both have the same meaning? The Collins Dictionary defines a sum as the whole number or amount when 2 or more numbers or amounts have been added together. The same dictionary defines total as the amount you get when several smaller amounts are added together. Indeed, the sum is the total. No need to say them together in the same phrase. Not if you're saying it right.
Right, that's how you say it, right? So let's get into the news review.
Which is brought to us by First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different, and Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
All right, let's start with the Finder newspaper. 10% tax on lotto betting win starts August 15, according to the GRA. And you know, when this matter first came up in terms of the taxes, Charlie boys say there are no jobs. That's why they are betting.
Yeah, but
and there's small earnings, you want to tax.
No. But if you're betting, Mama VY, when you are paid your salary, you pay income tax, don't you?
I do.
Yes, but these are earnings. And when you have earnings, you must pay on your earnings. So I don't see what the problem is. If you win, pay some to government for the development of the country. Must that be a problem? Must we come and be talking about, we need to do this, we need to do that, or reduce it so that people will stake more lotto, please? We're actually talking about people engaging in responsible gambling or responsible betting. Please, if you win, pay.
All right. Also, in the paper today, fresh discoveries of how Cecilia Dape's stolen cash was dissipated in buying properties. So the suspects were in court yesterday, and according to the story, They bought 6 houses out of it, out of the stolen monies. Yes. 6 houses and 2 cars. One of the vehicles costing about 300,000 Ghana cedis. And the houses are located in different areas, all coming up to 2.83 million. So there's one in Kokrobite, allegedly, yes. One in Kokrobite. There's a 3-bedroom house at Aplaku, which cost 300,000 Ghana cedis for one of the accused persons. And then there's another house costing about 280,000 Ghana cedis. So a breakdown of what the alleged stolen monies went into.
So 6 houses for 2.83 million Ghana cedis, right? So that's
well, including what was given out in terms of the monies that were given out to other people.
The money as well. So,
exactly.
So the houses actually cost less than 2.83 million Ghana cedis.
Apparently, yes.
Certainly more affordable than Saglemi.
And then they've also made more arrests. So 3 more persons have been arraigned, in addition to 4 others who were initially charged with counts of stealing and dishonestly receiving monies stolen from the home of former Sanitation Minister Cecilia Abena Dapa, while one other person who is of interest to the investigation is said to be on the run. So brings to 8 the number of people standing trial currently. All right, some Western North delegates back Dr. Akoto. It's also another story, and this is what we've been following since yesterday. $114 million needed to complete Saglemi houses. It will increase the cost of 1,506 units to $310.4 million.
Well, if you add, 198 million to 114 million, it takes you to $312 million. And that would mean that on the average, you would be purchasing a house at, some 2 million Ghana cedis. Now,
with what kind of salary?
Yes, and so if you had to go for a mortgage, it would be difficult for you. Mortgage. What kind of salary will get you that?
And these are supposed to be affordable houses.
These are supposed to be affordable houses. And the concept behind affordable houses is that you don't have to spend more than 30% of your earnings.
So this is not luxury. No, this is not comfort. This is affordability.
Now, government, in its response, to a lot of the things we've been talking about, including what John Dramani Mahama said last week, has indicated that they've held 3 cabinet meetings all discussing the Saglemi Housing Project. They're looking at options to make sure that they're able to complete the housing project. Now, this is our focus today. What are the options available to government? Having spent $198 million already, still needing to spend $114 million. What should government do now? 1, do we decide to sell Saglemi? And how much are we going to sell it in the current state?
To who?
That's the point.
Private
well, we're told that there is a private person who is interested.
If we were to sell, you would find somebody interested. And that person, when you go around, you probably would understand. 2, do we need partnership? Are people prepared to put in $114 million in the Saglemi Housing Project? What we are going to do today is actually to find out how many housing units $114 million can build in this country if you were a private developer, and whether you'll be prepared to spend that in Saglemi in its current state.
You have to join us for that conversation. Let's talk about BEC. Police on Monday arrested 2 people for engaging in examination malpractice at the Dunkwa Secondary Technical Center in the Upper Dentra East Municipality in the Central Region. And you guys, you've heard about the Budwata GHS headmaster who allegedly took registration fees and used for some family emergencies. And because of that, 2 students are not writing the ongoing BEC. Ministry says so. 2 students who thought they had been duly registered to write the exam. Apparently, the headmaster misused the registration fees, so they have not been able to sit for the exams.
Okay, so he misused registration fees of 2 students.
Yes.
Now, these students, did they pay their registration fee? They paid.
Yes.
So were they expecting to sit the exam? Yes, they were.
Yes.
Is it through their own actions that they are not able to write?
No.
I say the state should do everything possible for these students to write.
Unfortunately, that's not the conversation, because according to the Ministry of Education, they are investigating. There's another leg of it which says that the headmaster will be sanctioned. There's no conversation about the student writing the exams.
These students should go to secondary school, not next year, but this year. And so whatever has to be done for them should be done for them. Even if we have to use their continuous assessment to get them to secondary schools, we must do that because they didn't do anything wrong. Okay? I mean, here we are with a headmaster who's expected to do the right thing. He does the wrong thing, and the students are going to suffer? No. Anyway, let's get to the daily graphic for this morning, and it talks about the sorry state of the Graphic Road, and you should see the pictures. Piles of refuse on some pavements along the Graphic Road.
The famous Graphic Road?
Yes, famous Graphic Road.
Oh.
And lottery wins attract 10% tax, takes effect August 15. I've talked about that already. When you win, these are earnings, pay. Ongoing BEC, WAEC picks up 7 teachers for exam malpractice, and one is an invigilator. We're told of how these persons tried to, take solved questions into the examination room. Now, we've been talking about this, right from Monday. We've talked about how we need to do the right things. And I am surprised that teachers are the ones doing this, including an invigilator. Why? Why would you cheat the system? So these young ones who are sitting the exam, you are teaching them today how to do the wrong thing by smuggling solved questions to them. Why do we do that? So we're telling them that it is right to cheat. Then in future, we say, the country is bad. We need to reorient the Ghanaian mindset.
We're not telling them it is right to teach you. We're teaching them.
Yes, we're teaching them that right from the get-go, start cheating. Please.
And it's such an indictment of even the profession of teaching. It means you can't teach them to pass that measure.
We have to look at them again. Maybe they're not teachers.
Well, the story says that one of them, 7 teachers, including an invigilator. And Mama V, let's be very honest here. Look, we need to do a lot of things. And I've seen it before when I was in Marley School. Marley School was a center. Once upon a time, I saw an invigilator. And I think I was in Form 2 or so. I was doing vacation classes, and I saw an invigilator. And, one teacher passed something on to the invigilator because before he saw me, he just raised the tie and sat on it. I saw it was money. It was money. Okay? And this was in 1999. I saw him. He took the money. Okay? So that's, something that happens. And it's something that needs to be checked.
So wrong.
Parliament for serious business. This is from Nana Kobna Nketia.
Yes.
Now, Parliament is visited, as part of their 30th anniversary. They were at Escado, and they went to the Omahini of the Escado traditional area, Nana Kobna Nketia V. And he says that Parliament is for serious business. And when he listens to Parliament, he realizes that a lot of the time the MPs are joking. He says, look, he's deplored the unserious attitude and gestures of parliamentarians, saying Parliament is not a place for jokers. He said the giggling on the floor of Parliament when serious matters were being discussed must give way to attitude of serious work. We don't joke in Parliament. We voted people to Parliament on our behalf for serious parliamentary business, not able to go and laugh when serious issues are being tabled for discussion. And he said that Mr. Jinapo was speaking, that's John Jinapo, he was making coherent and important points. Those of us watching were expecting other members of the House to allow him to make his point. But what did we see? I don't know if what he said was funny. All of them, he said a lot of them were laughing. And he didn't understand why they were doing that. And he also talks about the AR2 comment. He says, why? Are we in a marketplace? I asked myself, if Parliament has been turned into a marketplace, or if the MPs, think they were standing in the market, Parliament is a serious place and we cannot continue like that. That's Nana Kwabena Nketia for you, my uncle. I mean, he will say it as it is. And he's also questioning why we are borrowing left, right, center. This is a country that says we are poor, and still we are borrowing. We say we are poor. So around this time, we should be doing things right, spending within our means, cutting down on expenditure. But what do we see? You know, even in the midst of our poverty, we say that because we are hoping that we'll get better, we'll continue to borrow, hoping that the next generation will come and pay our debts. Anyway, back page talks about Ghana risk losing $30 million from global TB funding, and drug theft. 3 Bogatanga staff remanded. So we're told that 3 staff of the Bogatanga Regional Hospital have been remanded by the circuit court for allegedly stealing medicines belonging to the health facility. How can you do that? Anyway.
Daily Guide newspaper is reporting NDC has sacked Kume women's organizer because she declared her support for Alan Chiramating, and minority chases BOG governor. They've given the governor and his deputies 21 days to vacate. There's a story that I missed in the Finder newspaper. Albert Kwashiga, my own cousin, who's a lecturer at the University of Professional Studies, has urged the government to repeal or amend all laws which impede media freedom. So he talks about this one, the criminal law on false news and its implication against media practitioners in Ghana. Oh, back page of the Daily Guide. Otumfuo advises Kotoko not to focus on trophies. This is Otumfuo's biggest headache, Kotoko. You know what he said recently? That's the only institution disgracing Otumfuo, was said to the second.
Look to yourself.
Focus, Otumfuo says, and stop disgracing Otumfuo.
Anyway, let's get to the online issue.
They'll ban you from Kumasi. It is brought to you by Zenith Bank, in your best interest, and Goyle Good Energy.
All right, experience true convenience with a Zenith Visa or MasterCard today. Conveniently shop online, make payments at retail outlets locally and internationally, and effect transactions on ATMs here in Ghana and abroad, all with your Zenith Visa or MasterCard. Don't just hear about it, experience it. Get your Zenith Visa or MasterCard today at any Zenith Bank branch and experience the true convenience of card payment. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Okay then, so on myjoyonline.com this morning, in the Cecilia Dapa saga, there's a video of Kwabena Japong saying that we cannot preach one thing and do another as politicians. He also promises to be substantially different if he's president. Joe Gate is also expecting to emerge victorious in the Special Delegates Congress. And there are many other stories from the world of politics, business, entertainment, sports, health. Go check them all out on myjoyonline.com. Let's see what citynewsroom.com has this morning. The big one is Akufo-Addo government will soon introduce Bank of Ghana recapitalization levy. This is an allegation made by the NDC in that statement by Cassel Atto-Forson. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else is out there this morning on CNN's website. 4 relatives came to lunch, 3 died, and they have symptoms of the death cap mushroom poisoning. Terrible. Time for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us, and Log On Voice. Experience seamless business management.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
No matter your water needs, Syntex has it all. Syntex tank was first to introduce double layer tank And now you can have as many layers as you want. Sintex Tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Sintex Tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project or demand, choose Sintex Tank. Sintex Tank, stress-free. Sintex Tank, reliable. Sintex Tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Sintex Tank, a strong, a tough.
It's time to go beyond what your traditional financial apps can do. Introducing Cowrie, the only digital financial app you will ever need. Experience Cowrie, the way to pay. Send. Move your money in quick, easy steps at the best rates on the market. Buy. Top up your airtime and data twice as fast as you normally do. Pay. Step out of the cash queue. Pay for any product or service when you need to. Enjoy it faster. And now, manage. Experience a new way of managing your money. Understand how and when your money moves. You can rely on Cowrie every day. Download Cowrie from your Google Play Store or App Store. Experience Cowrie, the way to pay.
Your search for a distinctive university to attend is now over. I introduce you to Heritage Christian College, located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, affiliated to KNUST and UCC, and accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission.
The university offers Bachelor of Business Administration programs with options in accounting with computing, marketing, accounting, human resource management, business information technology management, entrepreneurship and technology innovation, Bachelor of Science courses in information technology and information security, nursing, and a Bachelor of Theology. We offer student entrepreneurship training with financial support.
The entry qualifications include WASSCE, SSCE, GBCE, HND, and diploma in relevant fields. Mature entrants can also come if they are 25 years and above.
We also offer 12-month Master of Science programs in accounting and taxation, accounting and finance, and human resource management.
Contact us on 0547 777 731.
Heritage Christian College, a university educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Next, it's Hard Talk.
A story on citynewsroom.com this morning. This is John Mahama speaking about Saglemi. He says that Akufo-Addo's decision to abandon the Saglemi housing project and allocate over 500 million to the National Cathedral project is wrong. Right. I wish I could find the actual quote. He says it's a humiliating slap in the face of Ghanaians. Right. It is unacceptable for Akufo-Addo to spend over 500 million cedis on a National Cathedral project that has ultimately failed due to corruption and is now abandoned, yet refuses to commit funds to complete a housing project that will benefit thousands of Ghanaian families. Well, 100% true. It has ultimately failed due to corruption, but whose corruption? Whose corruption? Yeah, it is a horrible show of bad priorities for Akufo-Addo to spend almost 500 million on a cathedral, or to commit almost 500 million to a cathedral project when Saglemi is not completed. Yes, it's a horrifying, demonstration of poor priorities. But the corruption was under Mahama. How do you commit $200 million to build 5,000 units and end up spending $200 million on 1,500 units? How? And the 1,500 too, you didn't complete them. So whose corruption? Who slapped us in the face? Honestly, look, these two parties, can we choose between them? They are as bad as each other. They are as horrible as each other. It makes going to the ballot box almost a futile exercise if those are the only two options available to us. And look at them jabbing each other. So who are you jabbing? But as for Akufo-Addo and his cathedral, I'll be honest with you,
the more I hear about it, the more upset I get. Nobody asked for this cathedral. Nobody asked for it. Your own idea. You have inherited a country that is struggling. You yourself, you say yet is comedy. You came to meet us hungry. And the first thing you want to do is build a cathedral without money. Without money. Meanwhile, these things are there. These projects are there. There are children who have dropped out of school because they'd rather not go and sit on a stone and listen to a teacher teaching under a tree. But you are building a cathedral. You alone, you want to go to heaven and leave us hungry here. Where do we find these leaders?
You know, so for me, the point is this. So Saglemi Housing Scheme started, deal signing, Parliament approval in 2012. We started the construction by 2016. We are commissioning it. Let's say, yes, we signed a deal that says spend $200 million on 5,000 housing units. We have built 1,400 and something. Yeah, about 1,000 of them completed. Nana Akufo-Addo and the NPP has been in government for how many years? 6.5 years. Okay. So they have identified some wrongdoings and are prosecuting. Good. Let's wait for the end of the prosecution. In the meantime, can the houses be put to good use? And let me say this. Anybody who has benefited from the Saglemi Housing Project illegally should be dealt with. So let the case go on in the courts. And if the courts find them guilty, let the courts deal with them. But while we talk about the courts finding them guilty, the courts dealing with them, if guilty, how about completing the project so that people can live in them? Okay? This is the priority to talk about. Look, we can have the conversation over and over and over again and say, oh, but it shouldn't have cost us 200 million. It shouldn't have cost us 200 million. That's very true. I don't understand how these houses would cost you $200 million. But in going forward, why have we not finished it? Oh, it doesn't have utilities. It doesn't have drainage. It doesn't have a master drain system. Why haven't we done it? Is it appropriate for us then to say we're starting a new project? Is it appropriate for us then to say, well, look, and let me say this, Kojo. When we say, for instance, that, the dollar is remained the same, what we must add is that the cedi hasn't remained the same.
At all.
And so the dollars that you would have spent in 2012, today, while the dollar remains the same, the cedi value is higher.
Yes.
So if we're to, by 2016, when the cedi was, when the dollar was $1 to 4 cedis, this is a project that would have cost us 800 million. Today, at 11.5, it is costing us over 2 billion Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
So that's how we should look at it.
About almost 2.4 billion.
Yes, we can. So sometimes we can say, the dollar is, but the cedi is not the same. The cedi hasn't remained the same. So we're talking about spending over 500 million Ghana cedis today on a cathedral, which is still at the foundation stage.
Jesus.
Now, look,
Jesus.
Enough of the waste in this country. I have just shared with you how people are going through problems. And all we think we can do is just to what? Always think about commissioning new projects in this country? No.
Oh God. What does it mean for somebody to be a citizen of Ghana? What does it mean for somebody to be patriotic? What does it mean for somebody to be a leader? It just doesn't make sense because one administration started a project with the people's money. Another administration would say, we've abandoned it. We can't continue because of an issue. Is this something that cannot be solved? And then go and start something else. It's just sickening, right? Sometimes I don't know. Is this what happens like elsewhere in other places in America and Europe? Like, what kind of petty politics is there? Like, it's dirty. It's not nice. It doesn't make sense. It's senseless. And if this was your family project, if it was your family project, something that your father, your sister, whatever started, is this what you would have done with it? The money has gone into the thing already. Why are we still leaving it to rot? Like we're always constantly doing stories. Almost all media houses, everybody's doing stories telling about telling us about how that place is still remaining the same and rotting away and blah blah blah, and we are happy. Like, how many years on? What we could have used to restore that 5 years ago, we won't be spending that same money today. I mean, like, what are we doing to ourselves? It's childish, like, and it's dirty. It's not nice, and it's shameful as well.
A story on being able to fix it after the accident. My house got burnt. I lost my job. Wrong time in row. Oh, so sorry. But wait, don't you have insurance to cover your house? And then my friend B advised me to see some people for some small thing that I can. Small what? Look, times are hard, so you need to sacrifice a little for some unforeseen circumstances like this. Sunu Assurances would have gotten you a new car and sorted you out with your house, cra. Look, don't take important things for granted. You can be rest assured that your future is assured. Buy insurance now. Just call 0552 571 980 or visit their Easy Shore platforms to buy insurance through WhatsApp and Telegram by sending hi to the same number. Sunu Assurances, you pick your way, we take the risk.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
He's up bright and early, serving your premium morning radio show. The Morning Man. It's the Morning Man, Kojo Jackson.
Coffee in your cup, enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best on Joy 99.7 FM.
Leno, it means this place. You know the power of music. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, you just hear her singing in English at a point in time, but I mean, everything about this song is so exciting. You love the voice, you love the instrumentation, the arrangement, and everything in the song. And I say that when it comes to Ghana, one of our best musicians is that talented young lady. We don't celebrate her enough. That's Wiyala.
I agree.
She's our best. I mean, one of our best musicians currently. She has everything that you need.
She has a very powerful voice. She has, her compositions are great. And so if there's anything like using music to promote a country, we should be promoting the young lady. I mean, this is what the tourism ministry should be concerned with, promoting some of our very talented musicians like Wiyala, a great young lady.
And she's always out there. So, she's already serving as an ambassador. She's always performing somewhere outside this country.
Yeah,
you would not have to do a lot of work.
Not at all.
With her.
Not at all. I mean,
amazing, Noella Wiyala.
I've always thought that she will be our best bet for a Grammy.
She's very talented.
Our first Grammy.
But we need to be deliberate about it. We have to deliberately support and invest in her.
Yeah.
Well, that's Ghana for you. We'll talk about it. But of course, not everything. I mean, other players can actually get in there and promote her. Sometimes she'll be deliberate, not necessarily saying, the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture should lead this. But even Musica in itself, Musica, they're actually in court now.
Musica?
They're in court now. That's,
just reminding us that they were supposed to have had elections, but there's an injunction or some sort of
but you see,
embargo on that.
When Obasanjo became president of Nigeria in 1999, he realized that Nigeria was famous for two things. For one thing, 419. So what did he do? He decided that he was going to use music and movies to change Nigeria's, image out there. Now, I met somebody in Cardiff who was doing a dissertation on the power of music in shaping culture. The power of music in shaping culture. At the time, she was using Bob Marley and all his impact on the reggae world and how that shaped Jamaica's image.
Yeah.
Then I understood what the Nigerians were about. I asked myself that simple question: have we conducted such studies in this country?
You see, in Ghana now, we don't know how to come together and do something. We don't know how to come together and have one message. We're such a polarized society. And we're very individualistic. So we don't know how to even support someone who is putting us all on the map. Look at these guys who drove from Ghana all the way to the UK. I mean, such an unprecedented, activity, such a great adventure. If this had been Nigerians, can you imagine the noise that would have been made about it by Nigerians?
Yeah.
Look at when this girl was
Hilda Bassi.
Yes, when she was breaking the Guinness World Record. Nigerians took it up like the biggest campaign ever, and they showed their national pride and backed this girl, whether they like her personally or not.
But here's the thing: I think Nigeria hasn't supported us with this.
You want
because
Nigeria to support us?
Because go back. We did support that cooking contest, then that record-breaking.
Mama B, if you hadn't supported it, they still would have done their own thing.
I know,
but
so I don't think we've had enough support from Africa.
They don't owe you anything. You don't support yourself, but you want someone to come and support you.
And let me end on this note. You see, you have to support yourself first of all. And today, this is part of the reason I made this point. Today, for instance, have you realized a lot of Ghanaians find it easy using, Nigerian words in their conversations? A lot of our musicians have tried to sing and they've used Nigerian words. And I always make the point that when I started with my Malawian friend who was listening to we more run something, break something, drink something, by Prior. So I said, this group? He said, yeah, it's a Nigerian group. I said, how can you say it's a Nigerian group? So, but they said Jaga Jaga in Nigeria. And I said, okay. That was just one thing. But this is how people appreciate things. So today, Chineke and whatever has become common phrases in Ghana. This is how you use music. This is how you use the arts and culture to promote your country. It's the reason I say I listen to only Ghanaian songs. It's the reason I say we need to deliberately promote our music and sell it outside. We can have a conversation about it and reach a consensus on how we want to do it. But Wiyala here presents us a perfect opportunity.
If only we'll take it. Because honestly, as a country, Charlie, we don't know how to support each other.
If we're going to take it, when?
The idea that, so we'll support this one guy and then he will become big. All of us will support him and he will become big. But what's the difference between him and me? That's Ghana for you. Anyway, Charlie.
Oh, Our young friends are writing social studies today.
They
on
are
the BEC.
indeed. Yes. And so our thoughts are with them, and we're certainly hoping that they're going to calm down, get in there. They've also got a paper in the afternoon, right? What is it?
I think that's
Basic
design.
design.
Yes.
Basic design. So listen, calm yourself down. You've got this. You can do it. Don't be afraid. This is your time. You are going to make your name and stamp yourself in history. Don't be afraid. We've got your back.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, they should just read it like you said yesterday. Read the questions very well, understand them. It's normal if you don't understand every question that you read. That's part of exam. Don't panic when you don't understand the question. Just relax, because you see, maybe in your haste to understand, you would misunderstand it. Because you're getting into an examination room, you're panicking, you're shaking. Look, as you walk into the exam, you have learnt everything there is to be learnt. Go in there and make yourself proud. Okay? Make yourself proud. And in making yourself proud, I know there are many of you who have promised your parents, you said, Daddy, I'm going to get all ones for you. Yes, it is true. But the reality is that sometimes what you promise is not what you would get. Just get that at the back of your mind. You will excel. You will make it. We're making sure that our education, irrespective of which school you find yourself, you still will come out good. And from the happenings of today, you will get into secondary school.
Absolutely.
So just relax.
Yeah.
Just relax. Don't cheat. Don't cheat.
No need for that.
There's no need for that.
Yeah.
All the best. You make all of us proud.
This is what I will say. Read the instructions. It is always very important. Read the instructions. Sometimes you may assume that, the instructions will be just like yesterday's. Please read the instructions from the very top before you begin your work, and say a little prayer in your head. All the best.
Now, I'll give you a typical example, something that happened to me. When we were writing French in our times, you see that there's a part where they bring they leave gaps in between, and then you have to fill in with words that are provided. And in our time, the question was ma famille. Now, I'd known of ma famille. Yes, my family. So, je m'appelle Winsenama, j'attends, so like I attend this school. But then I look at it and I realized that in the script there, in the options there was nothing like attend. There was fréquente rather. But I didn't, because originally you think that, but when I finished I was counting, so you check all the words and see which one I've put in there. Then I realized I haven't put this one here.
Because you did not read the instructions.
I did not read the instructions. So please take your time. Read them and you'll be good to go.
There you go. So listen, we are praying for you. We believe in you, and we know you'll make us all proud. Okay, go out there and do your thing. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy. Stay with us.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy.
Saglemi on our minds.
Yes, Coach. So, yesterday we started this conversation, and yesterday we got a response from government. The Works and Housing Minister has been responding to, allegations by former President Mahama that, government has abandoned the project. He's talked about how they need to spend some, additional 114 million, and the breakdown $46 million to complete the infrastructural works, that is water, electricity, and drains to mitigate flooding. Another $68 million is required to complete the buildings and other essential on-site infrastructure works like the waste holding bay, sewage treatment plants, and the development of socio-economic and civic infrastructure such as basic school, clinic, and shops. We'll ask a few questions, first of all.
Okay, sorry, I'll let you finish.
Yes, so first of all, this amounts to $114 million.
Yeah.
If I were to divide 1,506 apartments by $114 million, you would get $75,000, which would then mean that on the average, you would have to price a house or an apartment at $75,000 if you want to break even. But you also ask yourself the very simple question: do we at this stage need to build, using state funds to build hospitals, schools, and shops for, the Saglemi area? Can't the private sector be invited? Can't we, for instance, and there's something we'll talk about this later, can't we, for instance, invite the private sector to actually build these facilities? And even the sale of land to them could be used in further helping us to complete some of the structures. Must everything be the burden of government today? And this amount, is it realistic, Kojo?
I have two things to say. First of all, you see, even the amount, you're asking the right question, is it realistic? I am skeptical because it's not the first amount we've heard from government, from the same minister, okay? So when he spoke to Elton just a few days ago, this is what he said.
The $20 million had been spent already, yet they were only able to produce only 1,500 who were not habitable. Okay, the estimates they provided for off-site infrastructure alone, we needed $46 million to provide off-site infrastructure. Now, apart from that, there are on-site works. Okay, these 1,005 units that are at various stages of completion. In fact, some had deteriorated, needed to fix some of them and all that. The estimate was that from AESL, you needed almost, it was $29 million. There is a serious sewage system there that was not fixed. That one is 8,000.
So you are looking at almost $100 million.
There's a serious drainage challenge, without which it will be very difficult to live there. That one is $5 million. So the on-site works alone, including some amenities which will make it possible for people to live there, like school, like 1,500. If you put people there and you don't build a school, it will not make sense. Exactly. So when you put all that together, it was going to cost the state $140 million.
$140 million
to be able to revive the Saglemi Affordable Housing Project. And even with that, look at the distance. It's more than 2.5 hours from Accra.
All right, so this is what he said to Elton just, a few days ago. But it seems he has forgotten that in 2021, when Hassan Ayariga went and did some filming at Saglemi and was calling on people to come and live in the blocks and all that, he held a press conference to respond to that. And this is what he said.
An initial technical audit by the ministry revealed the lack of primary infrastructure to the Saglemi project site, thus limiting the utility of the development. The key primary infrastructure still outstanding include water supply and electricity. The ministry tasked the Ghana Institution of Surveyors to conduct a cost and technical audit of the contract executed by the contractors in the context of the variety of agreements and commitments made by the parties to the project. Upon completion of the audit, the Ghana Institution of Surveyors estimated that an approximate amount of $32 million will be needed to complete the project.
Yeah. So which is it? $32 million or $114 million? Which audit are we going with? Which survey are we? Yeah, Charlie. Who gave that quote?
We definitely have a conversation. But first, though, the Sukasa Old Grandson Community's Affordable Luxury Housing Project is now rolling out its affordable housing units on sales for its 3-bedroom units with an outhouse starting at $97,500 or its prevalent CD equivalent, and its 4-bedroom unit with an outhouse starting at $195,000 or its prevalent CD equivalent. We offer you various convenient payment options. Our projects are presently at East Legon Hills and Aimensa site. We are located at Lagos Avenue in East Legon. Call Sukasa on 0302 960865 or send a WhatsApp to 055 369 7886 and make all your inquiries. You can also reach them via email at info@sukasa.com.gh and all social media handles at SukasaGH. Sukasa building on trust.
Now, you need a reliable partner that will come to your aid without fail. You need an insurance company that can be trusted. So don't look far. Just reach out to Sunu Assurances for your insurance. Call 055-257-1980 or go to the Easy Sure platform to buy insurance through WhatsApp and Telegram. Just say hi on this number, 055-257-1980. Sunu Assurance. You pick your way, they take the risk.
So mark your calendars for an incredible event happening on Saturday, the 12th of August at all Toyota Ghana branches in Accra and in Tema. Toyota Ghana is offering free vehicle diagnosis for all Toyota and Lexus models. Join them for a day filled with exciting offers, including affordable oil change using Toyota Genuine Motor Oil, a thorough 60-point inspection, free diagnostics, discounted genuine Toyota spare parts and lubricants, vehicle valuation for a trade-in or cashback deal, Toyota Global Airbag Recall campaign inspections. Don't miss out on this. Make your way to any Toyota Ghana branch in Accra or Tema on Saturday, 12 August and unlock incredible benefits for your vehicle. For more details, call 0302 42980125. Toyota, superior quality.
And if your shopping list is long but cash no day, don't worry. SG Ghana is here to sort you out with its Pay and Earn Visa Cashback promotion. Simply pay for all your shopping with your SG Ghana Visa card at your favorite shops, and you get an attractive cashback for even more shopping. Move fast and look sharp. Start shopping today. If you are not a customer, then sign up and get a card. Call SG on 0302 214 314 to find out more. Promotion ends in September 2023. Remember, with Société Générale Ghana, the future is you. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, so don't forget Kingdom Books and Stationery still has the best stationery and office essentials and equipment and furniture on the market, and it's all at very good prices. You can order, pay via Momo online, and then they will deliver to your home or office in very good time. Now, if you live in Accra or Tema, then you get free delivery as well. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Well, Heritage Christian College is a university set up to promote the missing link in tertiary education. It's affiliated to KNUST and accredited by GTech. And they offer the following degree programs: BBA programs with options in accounting with computing, accounting, marketing, human resource management, and business information technology management, BSc Nursing, BSc Information Technology, BSc Information Security, BA Theology. They also offer 12-month specialized master's degree. That's MSc Accounting and Taxation, MSc Accounting and Finance, and MSc Human Resource Management. There are professional courses, that's ICAG, CIMG, CIHRM, and ICM UK, with media short courses also available. Now, they're unique because they provide entrepreneurship training with financial support. One student, one laptop, but terms and conditions apply. Affordable and flexible fee structure. Scholarships are also available. Entry requirements: WASI, ABC, GBCE, HND or diploma, and matured students who are 25 years or older. Dial *789*300# for online serial number and visit hcuc.edu.gh to apply. We are located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. Call us on 0202-298399 or 0547-777731. Visit our website, hcuc.edu.gh. Heritage Christian College, a university training compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
And I'm sure you remember, who's got the moolah definitely got the power. Ghana's newest lottery game draws live on Adum TV at 9 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. daily. Pick up your phones, tablets, and computers. Download the Game Pack Games app on Play Store. You can also play on our website, gamepackgames.com, or by dialing *946# on all networks. Just choose 4 numbers from 0 to 9. It's easy to play and it's easy to win. Nobody beats our odds in Ghana. Game Pack Games, more moolah, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
All right, time now for the nutrition line from Nestle, and they offer good food for a good life.
Having your baby try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste. This helps to develop their palate and prepares them better for accepting varieties of adult food as they grow. So go ahead and try any of our 6 Cerelac variants, that is wheat, maize, rice, biscuity, fruit pieces, and millet. Remember, each bowl of Cerelac contains goodness that helps your child's normal growth and development. Cerelac, it's all good, Mum. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Nestle Nutrition Line. Nestle Nutrition Line is a public service program from Nestle Ghana Limited. Nestle Nutrition Line offers tips on good food for a good life. Now to your presenter.
Hello, good morning. What a wonderful feeling to wake up alive and well. I hope you're kicking and enjoying all the goodness of a brand new day. I'm Jackie Ankara, also known as Na Ajilisoa. I welcome you warmly. Today we're discussing some benefits of breastfeeding. Exclusively breastfed babies have been shown to have fewer episodes of colds, viruses, diarrhea, and pneumonia. Breastfeeding also releases a hormone called oxytocin, which helps the mother's uterus contract and return to its normal size quicker than when you do not breastfeed. The third benefit of breastfeeding is that it automatically adapts to meet the needs of the baby. For example, the first breast milk produced is called colostrum, which has lots of antibodies which protect the baby's health. Another example of how adaptable breast milk is that the nutrient composition of breast milk of a mother with a premature baby is different than that of a full-term baby. These are just a few benefits of breastfeeding. See a midwife or lactation consultant if you have questions related to breastfeeding. Time to leave you now, but standing by as always to hear your ideas, your thoughts, your comments, your suggestions, and to work with you for a longer, healthier, happier life. So do please reach out. The numbers are 0302 517 020 or 0302 211 880, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Toll free 0800 12 0001. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to midnight. On weekends and holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can also WhatsApp, SMS, or call between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. the following numbers: 0593 845697, 0593 845649, or 0593 845708. You may also send an email to consumerservices@gh.nestle.com. It always gives us joy. There's a beautiful day waiting to be conquered. Step into it and may victory be yours. Have a great day. Bye.
Having your baby try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste. This helps to develop their palate and prepares them better for accepting varieties of adult food as they grow. So go ahead and try any of our 6 Cerelac variants, that is wheat, maize, rice, biscuity, fruit pieces, and millet. Remember, each bowl of Cerelac contains goodness that helps your child's normal growth and development. Cerelac, it's all good, Mum. This advert is FDA approved.
When you want to eat, just Momo it. Tired of the long queues in the supermarket? Pay with Momo. When you really want that beautiful new blouse, just Momo it. When you want to get a trim and get fresh to impress you know who, just Momo it. When you need to pay your utility bills and domestic staff, Shani Momo. When you want to send love to the family back home, send some Momo. Join the millions of MTN Momo users all over Ghana and live life the brighter way. So just Momo it. MTN.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide. High credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet. With our globally partnered merchant points, bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
1xBet Jackpot is here with weekly massive prizes up for grabs. All you have to do is place your bets on any sports game and stand a chance to win. Simply register at 1xbet.com.gh. Use promo code JackpotGhana and place your bets. 1xBet is your key to great victories. Feel like a winner. 1xBet. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
That's right. Birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, strong as a group, as close as a partner. And Franco Trading Enterprise. Still phone Papa Fee.
And if you're looking for Nokia, Samsung, iPhone, smart TVs, tabletop fridges, Franco air condition, and now CCTV camera, you know where to go. Franco Trading Enterprise, where you get 40% discount as well. Please do not pick any Franco Trading number on Google. Get in touch with Franco Trading Enterprise on these numbers: 0246 422 338 or 0555 939 311, or simply download the Franco Trading app, which is on Google Play Store, or visit their website francotrading.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still
phone Papa Fee.
And let me start with this. A happy chaotic birthday to Florence, who is administrator at British International School. We love you dearly, and may you live to be 99.7 and more. And also happy birthday to you, Madam Felicia Enim of Aduedri in Samam. May God bless your new age, rich in good health, from your daughters Nanaya, Diakon Boache, Abigail Allen, Efia Beniwa Adi, and Adjoa Ankama Enim, and son Solomon Sasu Mensa. And finally, this one says, happy birthday to Joe Anoche, who's CEO of the NCA, and it's coming from Dr. Daniel Macaulay McDan.
That's right. Okay, this one says, happy birthday to Madam Mary Egan, mother of Ernest Kojomenu.
It's her birthday today.
Yes, live long in good health and prosper. It's from your children and the entire family. Very special happy birthday there. All right, let's see. I think I will take this opportunity to say good morning to Shirley Tony Kum of Vivo Energy, one of the big personalities in corporate communication. And she's listening to our show right now. So there you go, Shirley. Good morning to you.
All right, it's a happy birthday to... I think this one has been delivered already. So chaotic shout to Mr. Frank Ameibo, who's also doing the listening right now. And congratulations to Nikita and Juanita Etiamwa for your sterling performance at the 2023 National Abacus Competition held at Legon. Great job for coming second in the competition. It's from Big Auntie Emefa Atiamwa Ellie. She says she loves you too. They're just 8 years.
Yeah. Now, let me just do this. Let me say a special good morning to my mechanic, Kosi Dagbe of iGarage. Yes, it's very, very important.
Kosi,
he fixed my car for me. My problematic car. Kosi fixed it for me. So good morning to you, Kosi Dagbe of iGarage. Yes.
So Kosi will fix me, huh?
Oh, sharp. You don't have a problem.
All right then. Well, the Joy Sports Center is brought to you by
MTN. Everywhere you go.
Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
Allianz Life Insurance,
we secure your future.
1xBet, your reliable bookmaker, and DSTV,
It's your moment. And you know, it's a new world of doing business, and your business shouldn't be left out. It's time to get a Momo for Business today to accept payment from over 15 million Momo customers. All you need is a business registration certificate and your Ghana card. Applying to be MTN Momo merchant has been made simple and fast. You have to just dial star 5051 hash and follow the prompt to apply online at momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh. You'll receive a reference number which you can use to track your application, so don't get caught waiting. Enjoy secure transactions and convenient transactions for your business with MTN Momo today. Note that the application is free. Do not pay money to anyone for a merchant payment solution, and report any fraudulent charges using the Momo app available on Play Store and App Store.
Now, here's how to secure your life and that of your loved ones. Pick up your phone and dial star 1890 hash, star 1890 hash to join the Alliance Life family and experience true peace of mind. You can buy and pay for your life insurance, pay premiums on an existing account, check your balance, withdraw your insurance savings, initiate claims, and receive payments promptly, or by just dialing star 1890 hash. Follow Alliance Life on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram at Alliance Life Ghana. For more information, call Alliance Life Insurance on 0302 267 892 or visit their website is alliance-gh. Alliance Life, we secure your future.
All right, now to win every week, football players need to train for many years, right? Well, 1xBet players can get on the road to success much faster by taking part in the Jackpot of the Week promotion. Go to the promotion page on the site or in the Bookmakers app and get a chance of winning. I mean, no one guarantees you will quickly become a millionaire, but, you know, success favors the brave. So risk and win. Register on 1xBet and get a welcome bonus of up to 2,650 Ghana cedis with promo code GH Jackpot.
So do you lead a corporate business, a global subsidiary, or run the affairs of a small or medium enterprise? Well, as a key decision maker in your business, we know you want to make payments seamlessly and access real-time transaction data, whether you're at work or on the go. Well, Standard Chartered provides the digital key to help unlock your business potential. That key is Straight to Bank, a single access end-to-end digital platform that helps you manage the needs of your business on the go. View transactions, pay your business partners and government institutions through Ghana.gov, facilitate real-time payments and collections with the latest encryption technology and security. Elevate your banking experience today with Straight to Bank, our award-winning digital banking platform, powering payroll, cash management, trade and securities. You can always bank on us. Kindly email premierservice.gh@sc.com to sign up today. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Very well.
We thank God.
Yes.
Let's go.
Good morning, all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentio Tahiru Fentio, coming up this morning.
Releasing Gianni. Le Sommer's in the middle. The cutback for Kenzadari. And that's two. And it's a spectacular goal. And France are on fire.
France cruise into the quarterfinals of the Women's World Cup. Also in this bulletin.
Amazon now beginning to come through. So too is Anderson. Toby Amazon, look at the clock. I cannot believe it. That is a massive world record.
World record holder in the women's 100-meter hurdles, Toby Amusan of Nigeria, will not be in Budapest to defend her title after she was left out of Team Nigeria's squad for the competition. Details later, but first, there will be a new face in the Lagos City's dugout ahead of the new Ghana Premier League season. The former Aduana Stars coach, Pakwesi Fabing, was unveiled as the new head coach of the Royals yesterday, and he replaced Maxwell Kunedu, who left at the end of the season. Fabing revealed he initially wanted to take a break from management, but the offer from Lagos Cities was too good to turn down.
Like I discussed with you some time ago that after the Aduana work, I wanted to stay off football for some time, especially in the Premier League. But when the Lagos City called me and then showed me their project that they want to do, I felt compelled to come and help, to come and take over and then take the team to the level that they want us to be. So basically, I'm very happy to be here to work. I like challenges like this.
That's Pakwesi Fabian. Now, to some athletics news. The CEO of Ghana Athletics, Baf Husseini. He believes Benjamin Azamati's forced exit from the World Athletics Championships will offer a huge opportunity for other sprinters to emerge. Azamati announced his withdrawal from the competition due to injury earlier this week.
Thank God that we have equal very good athletes who can replace him. It's a personal blow to me and to the athletes, to the association and to Ghana as a whole. Because Azamati always has something that we need for relating to perform to its highest maximum. But nonetheless, the likes of Jen Dazi, Bosio, Joseph Olamwa are still there. They are all equally very good as Azamati is. So even though it is a blow, but if you know athletics is part of one athletics career, once in a while you get injuries, and I know you'll bounce back.
Let's stay with athletics because Ghanaian high jump record holder Rose Yeboah is eyeing an opportunity to further her studies abroad due to the benefits she may drive for her career. The youngster won gold at the just ended FISU Games in China as the World University Games, setting a new national record of 1.94 meters. She believes the facilities and infrastructure in schools abroad will better serve her career development.
Actually, if the opportunity comes for me to go, I will go and continue my training there, because in Ghana there is lack of facilities, but outside there are more facilities and better facilities which will help enhance my performance, which will help me qualify or do a better height more than what I've done.
That's it, Rose Amoinima Yeboah. She's currently a student of the University of Cape Coast. She returned to Ghana yesterday with the rest of the Ghanaian contingent that was in China for the World University Games. Now, speaking of competing at the highest level, suspended World 100-meter hurdles record holder Toby Amusan has been left out of Nigeria's list of athletes for the 2023 World Championships in Budapest, Hungary. Amusan was handed a temporary suspension last month by the Athletics Integrity Unit for missing 3 consecutive doping tests. She vowed to fight to have the ban lifted in time to defend her title in Budapest, but no decision yet has been made on her appeal. With 10 days to the competition, Team Nigeria released a list of the athletes that were taken to the competition yesterday, and her name was conspicuously missing. Let's return to football. Ghana's friendly game against Mexico is scheduled to take place at the Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina on October 14. The Black Stars will come up against 2023 CONCACAF Gold Cup champions Mexico as part of their preparations for a possible appearance at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. Ghana will then face the USA 3 days later in Nashville, Tennessee on October 17. Before all of that, though, is a small matter of qualifying for the Africa Cup of Nations. The Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi has been closed down for that purpose, with maintenance works to be conducted on the pitch ahead of the last AFCON qualifying game against the Central African Republic. Chris Hitchens' men must avoid defeat in that crucial game in order to book qualification to the competition in Cote d'Ivoire next January. The game is scheduled for September 7, and the National Sports Authority is already taking steps towards ensuring there's good playing surface available for the game. Emmanuel Apia is the Ashanti Regional NSA Director.
We have a pitch maintenance manual, which the consultant is always in touch with us, discussing issues and how to, especially when we have a number of activities on it and we have to recover it. And that is exactly what we've started. We do lots of things, mowing, rolling of, fertilization.
That's the Ashanti Regional NSA Director there. Now, the Infansipim Adisadel Fan Day Games returns for the 16th edition this year after a 5-year break. The annual event is geared towards bringing old boys of the two schools together on a friendly and social platform, with sports identified as a tool to achieve their intended results. And one of the results they intend to achieve with this is to use the occasion as a platform to raise funds for the development of the two schools. This year's event is slated for September 9 at the Ghana Armed Forces Sports Complex in Burma Camp. Let's do some women's football now.
Releasing Diani. Le Sommer's in the middle. The cutback for Kenzadari. And that's 2. And it's a spectacular goal. And France are on fire.
That's right. Eugenie Le Sommier scored twice as France cruised into the Women's World Cup quarterfinals, thrashing Morocco 4-0 to end the African-sized dream run. Goals from Candidiatu Dione, Kenzadali and Le Sommier put France 3-0 ahead at half-time in Adelaide, with Le Sommier adding her second after 70 minutes. France will now face Australia, the host nation, in the last 8 in Brisbane on Saturday. Le Blues coach Hervé Renard wants a better performance from his side ahead of that game.
The first goal was a very beautiful action, so I'm lucky to have this kind of players. But we have to also sometime to be better for the last passes. This evening I think we miss too much last passes, so we have to be better for the next game.
That's Hervé Renard. Colombia, they set up a Women's World Cup quarter-final against England with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Jamaica. Catalina Usme, who captained Colombia in Melbourne, curled home the decisive strike in the 51st minute. It was the first goal Jamaica had conceded at the tournament after 321 minutes of play, but they could not find a response. Meanwhile, England forward Lauren James has apologized for her red card during the Women's World Cup last 16 win over Nigeria and says she will learn from the experience. She was sent off following a VAR review for stamping on Michelle Alozi's back in a tie England won on penalties. James will be suspended for Saturday's quarterfinal against Colombia. Speaking of Nigeria, Players Union FIFPro says it is helping them in a disagreement with the Nigerian Football Federation over unpaid bonuses, allowances and expenses, some which it claims date back to 2021. The Super Falcons were eliminated from the tournament in Australia and New Zealand on Monday after losing on a penalty shootout to England. In a statement released on Tuesday, FIFPro said it is now time for the Nigerian Football Federation to honor their commitments and pay the outstanding amounts. Let's wrap up with some Premier League news. Wolves boss Julen Lopetegui has left the club, with ex-Bournemouth manager Gary O'Neill set to replace him. Wolves said both parties had accepted their differences of opinion on certain issues and agreed that an amicable end to his contract was the best solution. Chelsea are crying. They will be without striker Christopher Nkunku for an extended period after he underwent surgery on his injured knee. The France forward suffered the problem during the first half of Chelsea's pre-season friendly against Dortmund in Chicago last week. He's now expected to be out for at least 16 weeks. And Tottenham Hotspur, they've completed deals for Netherlands under-21 defender Mickey van der Ven and Argentina under-20 forward Alejo Veliz. So 2 players signed for them. Newcastle, they've signed Southampton defender Tino Livramento in a deal worth up to £40 million. And of course, finally, in tennis, Caroline Wozniacki is back. She says she was definitely a little rusty following her first round victory at the Canadian Open on her return to tennis after retiring in 2020. The former world number 1 has since given birth to 2 children, and she will now face Wimbledon champion Marketa Vondrousova, who beat Maya Sharif 6-4, 6-2 in the second round. That's all the latest from the world of sports here on the Joy Sports Center. My name is Fentu Zahiru Fentu.
From Tumu. Thank you very much. Thanks for sports. There's plenty of sports on my job. Oh, sorry.
Where are you from?
Are you Angloga?
Angloga.
You need some Fetridachi to do this.
wait. I've seen it.
Much Angloga. Angloga.
It's Anloga.
Exactly. Like
so
Angola.
No. Angloga. Angloga.
You come
Angloga.
Go keep practicing.
It's
come back tomorrow.
It's the sound. It's a nasal sound.
That one I told you. You need Fetri or Samagbamatadi.
Angloga.
All right, friends, go and practice.
Angloga.
And we'll come back tomorrow.
Angloga.
Log on to myjoyonline.com/sports. There's plenty of sports news right there. Fans with the Joy Sports Center this morning here on the Super Morning Show, and our social media messages brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Ghana AIDS Commission. Test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health. Number 10, liver salt, a refreshing relief, and GTP lifestyle. Now, the EcoBank salary account is a special account designed for workers of all income brackets desirous of receiving their salaries through EcoBank. With the EcoBank salary account, you're guaranteed all the benefits of a normal savings or current account, plus many more. So it comes with free life insurance cover of up to 10,000 Ghana cedis, 24/7 access to cash and e-banking services, internet and mobile banking services, high interest on savings, no minimum balance, ability to save through the EcoBank Save As You Spend, which is a unique feature that helps customers to save and invest. Remember, the insurance policy covers death, permanent or temporary disability, critical illness, hospitalization, retrenchment, and more. And I'm still telling you about the EcoBank salary account and the benefits that come with it. Savings or current account holders at EcoBank do not have to close their existing accounts to enjoy the numerous benefits of the EcoBank salary account. Just ask your branch to switch your existing account to the EcoBank salary account. That's all it takes. Non-EcoBank account holders should approach any EcoBank branch and ask for the EcoBank salary account. Switch your salary account today and enjoy amazing benefits at EcoBank. If you want to get in touch with EcoBank, which you must do, please call them on toll-free 0800 003-225. That's 0800 003-225. Call them whenever, wherever for further details. And always remember, EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, download it. You go enjoy them. In my Brahmin chain. In my Brahmin chain. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even just tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
Nyamidia Apartments, the first master plan community in Ghana, is offering a 20% discount on all units. 2 and 3 bedroom apartments ready to move in today. Strategically located a short drive from the Tema Motorway roundabout towards Community 25. Call us now and the first 10 will get an additional 5% discount. Use the promo code NYAMIDIA23. Terms and conditions apply. Contact number 0551 435 555. Nyamidia Apartments, affordable luxury homes for everyone.
It's the Super Morning Show live here on Joy 99.7 FM. It's just coming up to 8 a.m. We're bringing you the Joy Business Minute. Thanks to Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG, we stand with you. All right, so here's the Joy Business Minute.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and McDan Aviation, your dependable private aviation solution. Director General of the Social Security and National Insurance Trust, Dr. John Foritenkwan, has indicated that his outfit is willing to participate in the second round of the domestic debt exchange program. According to him, the terms of the offer are more favorable. 8 banks accounted for 67% of the banking industry exposure to the domestic debt exchange program, according to the 2023 Ghana Banking Survey by Accounting Professionals PwC. 72% of the impairment charges recorded in 2022 were linked to these banks. A new World Bank report ranks Ghana among top 10 countries in the world with highest food inflation rate. Elsewhere, China's economy has slipped into deflation as consumer prices declined in July for the first time in more than 2 years. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you. And McDan Aviation, your dependable private aviation solution.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
That's right. Thanks to Daryl and the business team for bringing us the Joy Business Minute. We're always grateful to Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you. They make it possible for us to bring you the Joy Business Minute at 8 every weekday here on the Super Morning Show. Coming up on the Super Morning Show later today.
The $20 million had been spent already, yet they were only able to produce only 1,500 who are not habitable. Okay, the estimates they provided for off-site infrastructure alone, we needed $46 million to provide off-site infrastructure. Now, apart from that, there are on-site works. Okay, these 1,005 units that are at various stages of completion. In fact, some had deteriorated, needed to fix some of them and all that. The estimate was that from AESL, you needed almost, it was $29 million. There is a serious sewage system there that was not fixed. That one is 8,000.
So you are looking at almost $100 million.
There's a serious drainage challenge, without which it will be very difficult to live there. That one is $5 million. So the on-site works alone, including some amenities which will make it possible for people to live there, like school, like because 1,500 if you put people there and you don't build a school, it will not make sense. Exactly. So when you put all that together, it was going to cost the state $140 million.
$140 million
to be able to revive the Saglemi Affordable Housing Project. And even with that, look at the distance. It's more than 2.5 hours from Accra.
Asensobuache, Works and Housing Minister, giving us the breakdown now. So after spending some $196.4 million on the Saglemi Affordable Housing Project, we know none of the about 1,500 housing units is habitable because, we've been told, there were no provisions for water, electricity, storm drains, and other related amenities. And now, as you heard, the government says we will need an additional $114 million, and that will be used for the following. About $68 million will go into completing the housing units, $30 million for water, $8 million for electricity, and $5 million for drain storms. So if you add the $114 million, which government says we need now, to the $196.4 already spent, that will come up to about $310.4 million. And if you do the breakdown, a unit will then cost $206,108. Sounds affordable? But the big question that we're asking on the Super Morning Show today is, what are the options available to us to make Saglemi habitable? Do we sell? Do we get partners? Or we simply abandon it? All the analysis here on the Super Morning Show. Plus, we need you to add your voices to this. We did it beautifully yesterday. Let's finish what we started. 055-111-11997. That's our WhatsApp number, 055-111-11997. You can also tweet and add the hashtag JoySMS.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
What are the options available to us to make Saglemi habitable? That's our big conversation here on the Super Morning Show today. Do we sell it? Do we get partners? Or we simply abandon it? After all, we've abandoned it for some years now. Big stories brought to us by Vodafone. Further together, latest from your partner for life, Belmonte by CPL Developers, the ultimate luxury experience, and Access Bank, your number one remittance bank. You know, Access Bank is definitely more than banking. Have you won anything from the Edemu promotion ongoing by Vodafone? Have you? Oh, if you haven't, then you've missed pa. But good news is there's still the opportunity to cash out in the Edemu promotion. All you have to do, purchase airtime or bundle worth 5 Ghana cedis or more and receive up to 20% cash back in your Vodafone cash wallet. Yes, sick pa. Edemu. You can also participate in the Edemu Dance Challenge. As for the Edemu Dance Challenge, just simply post a video of yourself on social media dancing to the signature Edemu song and tag Vodafone. They've got some Samsung phones and earbuds up. You could grab any of those. Keep reloading in the Edemu promotion and win big. Vodafone further together. And let's talk about latest film. What's your taste, eh? Is it 1, 2, 3 L-shaped sofa, which is crafted to the finest details available in your favorite color, perhaps? Maybe you're looking for a sofa that will give you comfort, one that's durable, of good quality, has got perfect finishing. The destination, you know, should be Latest Foam. Is your one-stop shop, whatever your choice and budgets. Buy from the best, not the imitated. Buy Latest Foam. Latest Foam is your partner for life. Now, welcome to Belmonte. That's where luxury meets comfort. If you're in the market for a home that combines class, convenience, and comfort, then look no further than Belmonte. Belmonte is located in the prime East Legon area of Lagos Avenue. Belmonte's stylish apartment offers first-class luxury and cutting-edge finishing. Whether you're looking for an executive studio suite, a cozy one-bedroom apartment, a spacious two-bedroom apartment, or perhaps a custom villa, you get all that and more at Belmonte. Belmonte is also offering a range of top-notch facilities to relax and keep you entertained. So please take the first steps towards your dream home or towards some big investment with Belmonte. Sign up for their 3-year payment plan and own your property today. Please call them on 0204 343 011 or 0204 343 015. Belmonte is developed by CPL. Here's our WhatsApp number 055-1111-997. It's 8 minutes after 8 here on the Super Morning Show. Send your tweet and add the hashtag Joy SMS. What are the options available to us to make Saglemi habitable? Government says we need an additional 114 million US dollars to complete this project. We've already spent almost 200 million on this. Now, the 114 million will go into water. We will spend about 10 million for water. Electricity will cost us about 8 million. Storm drains, 5 million. 68 million to complete the housing units. Is that an affordable project? We'll do all the analysis here on the Super Morning Show, of course, with your views. You've got to stay with us. This is the Super Morning Show, live on Joy 99.7 FM.
Hey, you ever buy credits where you get up to 20% of your money back before? Make I tell you about Vodafone's Edemu promo. See, anytime you recharge Edemu, you get up to 20%, whether it be short code or your Vodafone cash wallet, or you don't use credit transfer to your number or someone else. And now you be high tech, so you don't use my Vodafone app or any payment app. Edemu, however you do, Vodafone go send you up to 20% cash back. Edemu into your Vodafone cash account. We'll reload here. But then you enter. Top up your airtime with 5 Ghana cedi or more in Vodafone's Edemu promo. And receive 20% of your money back straight into your Vodafone cash wallet. Recharge and cash out in the Vodafone Edemu promotion.
Vodafone, further together.
Comfort, durability, finishing, quality.
Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office, or hotel couldn't be easier with an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from Latex Foam. There is so much choice, whatever your budget. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
Wouldn't you prefer an apartment hotel? One that offers the utmost convenience of a boutique hotel while offering the idyllic comfort of your own private home. Oasis Park Residences offers luxury studios, 1, 2 and 3 bedrooms both for short and long-term rental at competitive rates. Our sky swimming pool, gourmet outdoor restaurant and a fully equipped gym rest on a breathtaking rooftop with panoramic views of the city. Oasis Park Residences, located at Shiashi Tetekwashi, 10 minutes from the international airport, is the ideal place for all your accommodation needs. Why don't you give us a call on 020-4343-009 or visit our website at oasisparkresidences.com to make your reservations. Oasis Park Residences, more than a home.
Onyadofo, would you a money sike free amanone? And now one money sika kwa amanone. Any beka customers and pimpima. Won winning a chedia one swo Access Bank a chedia promo no mono. Abribia babewura Access Bank nkrabata BM. Eko disika money hu dwumabia e free 500 Ghana cedis ekro. Ubetumi winning surprises a hudo no mu bi. Se Western Union and money gramba wutirimu a. Ma Access Bank mbra wutiri. Se wa man sika nso beto Access Bank account mu direct dia. Eye free. Freto free 0800 004400. Access Bank, more than banking. Welcome to the Visa Summer Experience. Enjoy offers from merchants worldwide. Get your visa. Explore the world with complimentary travel insurance. Relax in premium airport lounges worldwide. Check in with exotic hotel deals. Relish sweet deals on restaurants. Fuel your adventure with discounted car rentals. And if you want to shop online, we've got offers for you too. There's so much for every traveler. Visit africa.visa.com today.
A bank that supports you, a bank that cares for you. Hand in hand, we stand with you. So lift your head up, big dreams are waiting. We'll walk with you wherever you go. Where all your dreams come alive, CBG. We'll make you smile. We will rise with you. Your business will flourish. Your name will stand out. Consolidated Bank, CBG. We stand with
you. Coffee in your cup.
The Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Nice one there, DJ Obete. Right, you're welcome back. And the show continues. It's 8:21. Now, we started a conversation yesterday. Something didn't make sense to us. This Saglemi Housing Project, $200 million to produce or provide 5,000 homes in Saglemi. About 30 minutes after the Pram Pram Junction. But instead of 5,000 homes, we got 1,500 uncompleted homes. Homes that are not habitable. This government said they smelled a rat. So investigations were done, people were taken to court. But the 1,500 units were still not completed for habitation. We learned just last week that according to the housing minister, it would cost us $114 million to make them habitable. So we asked you the question, would you be willing to afford an apartment in Saglemi for the numbers, for the figures that government was telling us it was going to cost? Altogether, some $210,000 per unit on average. Can you afford it? These are the answers you gave us.
$200 million project, Saglemi. We are chasing the people who have eaten part of that money. And the original money, $200 million, is going waste. If it is your personal pocket money, would you leave it to get waste?
So all that nonsense that they are saying affordable to workers is for their own cronies. Because no worker can buy this house or can rent this house. Every month, if I'm to pay about, say, 2,000 Ghana cedis, how much is my salary? Even if it is for 1,000 years, I cannot pay.
It's always surprising when people say these people are incompetent, these people are incompetent. They are not. They know exactly what to do. But when they do the right thing, they will not be able to have their cut. So they will continue to misbehave.
Over the years, we have all seen that government is not good at this. At least we know of Abayime, as others have said. We know of Ebuakwa. We know of the sugar factory at Commander. We know of Saglemi. So now, the civil society and the media, we should not allow them to start. When they start, we know how it will end. So we should not allow them to start at all.
If you don't even want to complete it, give it out. We want to use it. Look, I have lived in a village for more than 15 years without water and electricity. I can occupy that place and live comfortably than leaving it to rot like that.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Yep. So that's what you had to say about it. Undoubtedly, a lot of you were quite upset by the turn of events. Now, the former president, John Mahama, made a comment about how, it was a slap in the face of Ghanaians for President Akufo-Addo to commit almost $500 million to a cathedral project when Saglemi has not been completed. The Minister for Works and Housing has responded to that. And in that response, he has indicated that government intends to work with the private sector to let that project bring that project to life. We're going to discuss that proposal and see how feasible it is today on our show. And we'll be joined by Mr. Frank Abwaje Denyansa, who is the CEO of Dannywise Estate and Construction. He's actually an award-winning estate and construction company CEO. In 2014 and 2017, he won the Ghana Property Awards. And he's also the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association. He joins us live. Mr. Abwaji Danyansa, good morning to you.
Good morning, Kojo. Hope you are doing good, my friend.
Well, fantastic, and it's great to have you on the show. We'll be hearing a lot more from Mr. Abwaji Danyansa shortly. But first, the American Chamber of Commerce in Ghana, the U.S. Embassy in Ghana, U.S. Commercial Service, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and the Embassy of Ghana in Washington, D.C. Will, from August 10 to the 11th, host the 2023 U.S. Ghana Business Expo at the Labadi Beach Hotel. It's from 9 a.m. each day. It's held under the theme Leveraging U.S.-Ghana Trade Relations for Growth and Prosperity. This expo will feature keynote addresses from senior government officials of Ghana, as well as the U.S., and a panel discussion on pertinent issues that will prioritize opportunities to form new partnerships between the U.S. and Ghanaian companies. The Trade Pavilion will have over 40 companies showcasing, visiting U.S. companies, trade associations, and local companies from various industries. So go to amchamghana.org to register for free admission. This expo is sponsored by Delta Airlines, Cosmos Energy, Avis Ghana, Cargill, and All Star Insurance Brokers.
So open the door into your dream house. There's no feeling quite like returning home after a busy day at work. I mean, that feeling you get hearing the keys turn in the lock to open the door and walk into your own little piece of paradise. Well, with a mortgage from ABSA, you get to enjoy that feeling over and over again in your own home. If you're a salaried worker, you can borrow up to 5 million Ghana cedis at fixed or variable interest rates and pay back your loan over a period of 20 years. Discover how to get things done at absa.com.gh. That's Africanacity, that's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, open the door into your dream house. There's no feeling quite like returning home after a busy day at work. I mean, that feeling you get when you hear the keys turn in the lock to open the door and you walk into your own little piece of paradise. Well, with a mortgage from ABSA, you get to enjoy that feeling over and over again. Now, in your own home, if you're a salaried worker, you can borrow up to 5 million Ghana cedis at a fixed or variable interest rate and pay back your loan over a period of 20 years. Discover how to get things done at absa.com.gh. That's Africanacity, that's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply.
So let me introduce you to the new super delicious and yummy McBerry Twist Cupcake. The McBerry Twist Cupcakes are baked with natural ingredients and come in two flavors, vanilla and chocolate. Now, they taste as good as they look, and the best part is they're affordable, so hurry, get a whole pack for your family. McBerry Twist Cupcake is healthy and comes in handy as portable snack for your kids to eat and share with friends at school. Indulge in the deliciously baked and irresistible taste of McBerry Twist Cupcake and enjoy the goodness in every bite. It is available in every supermarket and provision shop near you. McBerry Twist Cupcake, simply irresistible.
Okay, all right. So, otherwise, we would have carried Saglemi and brought it to cantonments.
Well, you can't do that, unfortunately. Even though in today's modern world, you could actually have an Adaka-like kind of a house where if you get land, you could just move it and go there. But you see, Kojo, this is the point. We're talking about some 5,000 apartments or houses, which has not happened. We have 1,500 houses. Now, let's look at how much it will cost us to actually make Saglemi habitable. That's the most important thing now. Because the minister has been talking about the private sector. He says government has been, holding discussions with the private sector. Now, this is how much we're told. 46 million to complete infrastructural work, which includes water, electricity, and drains to mitigate flooding. Now, that's something we should have done as part of the project. Then a further $68 million is required to complete the buildings and other essential on-site infrastructure works like the waste holding bay, sewage treatment plants, and the development of socio-economic and civic infrastructure such as basic schools, clinics, and shops. Let me start off from the basic schools, clinics and shops. First of all, in today's world, when you can have commercial plots, that is not, a headache government should be having today. Why? Because government can build a Saglemi housing project, complete it, and then sell certain aspects. In fact, what the developers actually do these days is that they leave portions as commercial plots. So you come there, or they sell that part to you, bearing in mind that if you were to build a school in an area like Saglemi, which have 5,000 houses, so you would have families coming in there, you have pupils coming to school, and so all things being equal, you're going to do what? You're actually going to have a return on your investment in a short time. 2, if you were to build a clinic, for instance, okay, how about even right from the building, you invite people to come and build clinics. Now, they would purchase land from you, build the clinic, and take care of the health needs of the people. Because if you have 5,000 people, yes, you need to have a facility that can take care of the emergency when there is an emergency. So that's very, very important. Shops. Now, this is the point. In a lot of the development literature, the conversation is that once you start development, okay, once people live within an area, you expect the provision of services within that area. Now, how do you get the provision of services? You get the provision of services when people begin to provide these services. If you have 5,000 people at Saglemi, 5,000 houses, which even if it translates to, 3 persons in every apartment on the average, if you have 15,000 people in that area, I would want to take a business there and go and provide them with services. In fact, I would want to establish, if I am a financial institution, I would want to establish, for instance, have an ATM card there. I would consider having even a bank there.
You would have banks for 15,000 people.
15,000 people.
Yeah.
So that in itself provides you an opportunity. And so the building of shops in itself is something that the private sector, would be willing to take. Now, in the development literature, you've talked about, location quotient. We've talked about the fact that when the concentration of jobs or anything within an area is more than what the national average, what it means is that more people will be coming to that area to engage in that particular job. If that happens, you'd have a lot of people coming into your locality. What that means is that there should be the provision of services. In fact, the argument we had when we were creating new regions was that we were going to use that as growth poles to trigger development. In today's world, what people have done is to use developments of this nature, as you've seen in Saglemi, to actually become something like a spread effect on other parts. So once there are people living around Saglemi, the area even before Saglemi, now if you have about 15,000 persons living in Saglemi, the areas before Saglemi will become hot cake. Okay, so that in itself is one thing that would help. Of course, we'd have conversations about, building a transport service and everything. And these are things that the private sector would take up on itself. Now, let's get to another critical issue. The government is talking about, okay, we want to engage the private sector. What sort of engagement are we looking at here? Now, if government says we need to spend $114 million to complete it, the first question you ask yourself is, which person would want to put money into Saglemi? Would the person be willing to buy from government first of all before spending an additional $114 million? So that's where the question comes in. What are the options available? Can government then say, I want to release it, you complete it, and then we share the profits? That's a possibility. You say, okay, so I have this, and that my equity funding for, say, 30, 40, 50% of 50% share of the Saglemi housing project, you come in and complete that. Yesterday you talked about the Nyamidua apartments, which on the average would go for between $55,000 to $60,000. Now there's a promo of $49,000. So what I'm trying to say is that on the average, if I look at all of it and I find the mean, you're looking at about $55,000. Now if we were to use that, okay, which comes before Saglemi?
Way before.
Now if we were to use that, $114 million at 55,000 can get you 2,072 apartments. And this includes the purchase of land. And this includes profits. Now, real estate companies would make huge profits on their sales to you. So that would get me asking the question, is the $114 million a value for government or the real value that we need? I'll explain. If a private person were to build an estate, huge one, construct drains, of course you may argue that the drains may not be as huge as what governments may construct because of the sizes. But if a private person is building this, he still would have drains. They do it. And if they would sell, they could sell at between 50 to 60,000 and still make profit. And they make profit bearing in mind that they purchase these lands. The cost of completion of the Saglemi Housing Project, which is estimated at $114 million, is it because it's government commissioning it, or that would be the value? We'll be finding out shortly what that value will be.
Yes. Now, just before we bring in our guest,
you go ahead.
Just a quick analysis of these numbers. You broke it down for us. You said that out of the 114 million, $46 million of it is for infrastructural works.
Yeah.
That is outstanding infrastructural works leading to the development, so water, electricity, and these things. 68 million is for on-site works and completion. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is interesting for one particular reason. You see, this makes it hard for anybody seeking to do business with government to trust the numbers they are being given. Because if you recall, the original Ridge Management Solutions report, which covers this project, at the time of the initial appraisal, was that they had actually completed 636 units fully, and they were fully completed and habitable. The remaining units in phase 1 was 1,412, right, out of the 1,500 and whatever, and they were at 70 to 80% completion. Okay, some infrastructure work had already been done, including main trunk lines. Okay, so if you now say that you have to come and do on-site works of 68 million for properties that are 70 to 80% complete, in fact, some of them are fully complete, you've already got your trunk lines in there. What are you spending this 68 million on? What is that? What is that figure to be spent on? Now, the other thing is this. In the estate development, you break down the value of the money you are spending per acre. Okay, so 300-acre development, you are saying is going to cost 114 million to make it habitable. That's $500,000 per acre. I mean, how is that? Which businessman or woman will buy into this deal? Anyway, Mr. Frank Abuaji Denyansa has won awards for doing exactly this kind of business. When we come back from these messages, we'll get his perspective on it all.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana right here in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and 50% scholarships to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless opportunities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. years. Admissions are currently open for our October 2023 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us on +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Hi, now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park. On our arrival, we were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through an orientation on how best to enjoy the experience. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park. We saw zebras, sable antelopes, crown cranes, maras, silky chicken, emus, wallabies, deer, ponies, and so many animals. We watched the animals roam freely in their natural habitat, undisturbed by our presence. Our tour guide told us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing. Then we took a break to have lunch in the beauty of the open space. All of this fun and activities for a starting price of 250 cedis, and it's free for children below 6 years. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before our sunset dinner by the campfire. We've had a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait to visit again. Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities from 1,500 cedis upwards, all you have to do is call and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. What are you waiting for? Call Quick Credit today. 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
Imagine say water wake up at dawn. E no buff, e no chop. Where it vanish for your area for 2 weeks. You not get one drop safe inside your tank.
Hey.
Hajia, our life was in dangerous. Only our neighbor get water with water tank.
Water tank?
Yes, water tank. Mamma mia, that water tank get meter for checking water level. That water tank be fine past Kumasi Selendion. That water tank be tough like Ghana Army. That water tank, they carry water pepe, so say some no go left inside the supply tank. What a tank! As my boss, Mr. Poncho, go talk.
Beautiful, durable, with water level indicator and accurate volume of water. Water tank. What a tank! By Duraplast.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
So welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And this morning we're joined by Frank Aboagye-Denyansa, who's CEO of Danny Wise Estate and Construction. He's the 2014 and 2017 Ghana Property Awards winner and also the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association. Frank, once again, good morning and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Winston. I'm glad to be with you today.
Great. So let's look at something. I mean, first of all, we'll get to the options and everything, whether we should go into some partnership, whether we should sell it or whether we should let it go. But let's look at how much it would cost us to make the place habitable. Some $114 million. You are a real estate developer. Tell us what you can do with that.
Winston, thank you very much. Let me say a very good morning to your listeners and viewers. First of all, I want to start by letting us understand how housing has become a challenge and a problem to us as Ghanaians.
Sure.
And not to take you far, quite recently, we had the population housing census, and you are aware that it was stated categorically that 10 million Ghanaians are living under sheds, under kiosks, under bridges, under trees, in front of people's shops. 10 million Ghanaians. This is close to almost about 2.7 million units. So the earlier quotes that we seek to do, where we were quoting 1.5 million units, it was somewhere around 2015. Now, the housing deficit in Ghana is 2.7 million units. And that is the problem. We have carriers who do not have places to stay. And if we want to put up structures, we are wasting money on these units, which to me doesn't really make sense. Look, per area valuations, $140 million can give me 2,500 housing units. Let me state that.
Sure.
$140 million can give me a completed 2,500 housing units completed for people to move in. So it doesn't really make sense when we are getting these figures. And personally, there's been inconsistencies with these figures. And I would want to point it out.
Okay.
Your listeners and viewers come to appreciate it. You know, when this project was taken over, or probably there was a change of government, we all heard that the amount that had already gone in was $179 million. And the contractors were Maya Galvao and Ricardo da Silva, who the Construtora, the company from Brazil. So I'm sure they are there, and they could be contacted. They have stated reasons why they left the project. And even before the government started or wanted to start to go to court, they had brought tests to start. They are cancelling the agreement because of delays in the project. And this is construction. A day delay in construction runs into millions of cedis. Not to talk of 1,500 units have been left abandoned, where 600, we are told, were completed for almost 2 years, 3 years. So to the figures, told us, per the valuation from the Ghana Institution of Surveyors, at the time they came to power, that was 2018, gave a valuation of $64 million, the existing structures that were there. And so they came to a conclusion that the ex-government, the NDC government, embezzled $114 million. Winston, do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
Good. So if Ghana Institution of Surveyors gave a valuation of the existing property at $64 million, today, Honorable Asenso Boachi is telling us that AESL is saying that we need $114 million to complete the units. So my question here is that, what is the current valuation for the existing property asset today?
Okay.
Are you getting my question?
Yes, I get it.
So let's ask the minister, what is AESL's quotation valuation for the existing structures as deteriorated, as they are saying today? Is it still the one that was quoted by Ghana Institution of Surveyors? Or it is more than that? If it is more than that, then I am today telling you on your network, I doubt the value that the minister is saying. Can Ghanaians push for other valuers to come into this project? Can we make it broad so that other valuation companies would have access and give us other figures? Because per valuation, you ask yourself whether the property that you are valuing on the open market value, if you were the buyer, will you buy the property at that cost? That is what we use. I'm a land economist by profession. I've been in this industry for more than 15 years. And if you are valuing properties, you ask yourself, if you were the buyer on the open market value, will you buy the property as you are quoting? If no, then it doesn't make sense.
Okay. But Frank, I mean, you make a point. You say that with $114 million, you can build 2,500 houses. And these 2,500 houses would have, drains, water, electricity, sewage, and everything in place, including
everything for people to move in. We have done these things over the years, and I have articles to prove that. They are online, they are everywhere. In 2017, we wrote how 5,000 units at a cost of 200 was feasible. That's 200 million, of which that would include everything. So if you tell me to come in as a private developer, these are the questions I'll ask you. What is the current state of the value of the property existing? Then I would rather do my bill of quantities from the current stage to the completion stage. It is not you to tell me how much I should bring on board to complete the project. It's very funny. We are engineers and we know what to do when we come on site. You give me access to the property, I value the current state of the value of the property, and then I will do my cost estimate as to how much I will use to complete the project. Then I'll ask again, what went into the decision in 2021 when Minister Asante Boakye visited the property and told Ghanaians that we will need 32 million to complete it. And now he's telling me, or Ghanaians, that from 2021 to 2023, the value has jumped from 32 million to 114 million. Where are these figures coming from? So these are the inconsistencies. Again, let me push you a bit to some technicalities that you and Kojo were discussing this morning. Winston, from you, and I'm using you because you told us, we have heard in the media, but once you have quoted it, I would want to prove that it is what the minister said. He said $46 million goes into what? Water, electricity, and drains. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And you also said that $68 million goes into sewage plants, and then the building itself, which is the social amenities, which is the civil works, and then what again? Shops.
A clinic and school.
Yes.
Can you do this for your listeners? Kindly check the meaning of sewage plants and sewage system. There are two different things we are talking about. Somebody is playing technicalities here. Tell Minister Asante Boakye that engineers know that drainage system falls under our sewage system. So when you are talking about sewage system, it encompasses, it composites drainage system. So you cannot come and tell me that somebody has divided into two and that 46 million includes drainage system and another 68 million also includes sewage plants, which is still the embodiment of drainage system and water resources within the facility. So who is giving us these technical errors or misinforming the sector minister to better misadvise the president of the country that Saglemi should be sold? I think we should kick against the sale of Saglemi. We should not sell it today. Let us not sell it tomorrow. Leave it for Ghanaians. At the end of the day, I'll come to the solutions that we can do with Saglemi as existing. And trust me, any developer now who would put money in Saglemi is going to make losses. It's an outright purchase. Government has to do its role. What is the role? Look, like they have done with Bokwa, but there was one they did not do, of which they know. And the developers who have taken it up knows it's a challenge. But because of political expediency and victimization, they don't want to talk. How can you give the person availability of land? Fantastic. And then the utmost priority is for government to give what we call off-takers guarantee or off-takers agreement. Who are the off-takers of property? Winston, were you told the off-takers are those who are going to the property? Do we know them? Or they just said to Ghanaians?
To Ghanaians, they're going to be selling to Ghanaians.
No. So at this point, that is where we have failed as a country all this while. The government has to give off-takers guarantee. For example, we have the Teachers Fund. For example, we have the Senate Pensions Fund. These will come in as off-takers agreements for the civil servants So then the developer, will not take the burden of going to look for a buyer. Other than that, these developers who took the property, and I know some of them, they are my good friends, are in Europe and America looking for buyers to go and buy affordable housing property in Ghana. Does it make sense? We are building properties for less privileged in society, people who do not have places to stay, people who are living under bridges, people who are under trees, people who are sleeping in front of people's shops, retirees who do not have places to stay, millions of Ghanaians who have gone on retirement and do not have homes. And we are saying that the developers will go and look for a buyer. And if I am a private person, why won't I be happy if I want to take a property and go and, because I'm looking for the best form of returns on my investment. But as a Ghanaian, this is not sustainable for the development of our country. And I'm kicking against the sale of Saglemi. That's right. Somebody somewhere is planning something that we don't know. At the end of the day, a buyer somewhere will come. Right. If it was to be anywhere in Europe or in America, this property in front of the general public will be a public auction. But what is PPA saying? That they've been given the mandate by cabinet to offset the property, meaning to sell it. And Ghanaians will be the utmost losers. My other point is that the best way that we can go with this property is one, let us attach a mortgage component. That was done at that time by Ghana Home Loans, now First National Bank, to the composite agreement, so that when the investor is coming, it is not outright sale, but the investor comes in as a partner with government in a form of equity funding. Yesterday, I listened to your discussion with Kojo, and Kojo gave details of how the loan would be paid. And they said the loan should have been within a period of 5 years, and then after 2 years moratorium, repayments can... Look, loans for construction have ceased in the European and American markets. They will not give you loans to go and build affordable housing units anymore. It is now a social need, and for that matter, it is equity partnership between the private investor and the government for a long term, minimum 30 years, maximum 60 years. So within a long term, when these mortgages are running, the developer or the private man knows that their shares in the property is not an outright ownership, but a 50% or 60% or 40% share. It is still belonging to government of Ghana. So that is where we have to look at it from. And these mortgages would have to span over a period of 15 to 30 years. So let me give you a clearer example again. You mentioned that an average civil servant, as at yesterday, per your discussion, average civil servant earns how much? I think you said 3,000 cedis.
Yes. We worked with the average of 3,000 cedis.
So the 3,000 cedis, if used per what we know, because I was part of the 2015, the National Housing Policy definition of affordable housing, where the individual should not spend more than 30% of his or her annual income on housing.
Yeah. When
you have deducted electricity and water, which is utility. So if you are using 30%, it means that the 3,000 you mentioned, there should be a 30% component that goes into either rental or purchase of a house. So every mortgage company that is coming as attached to this affordable housing unit from the scratch should not take more than 30% of the salaries of the individuals who are applying for these mortgages. Please, is it clear?
Yes.
So, yes. So if less than 30% is what is going in, then you cannot do outright purchase. What you do is rent to own. It is done in Europe, in America, in most developed countries. So the average teacher, who most of them I know do not even earn up to the 3,000, get a house which is decentralized, like the Egypt way. Egypt used 4 years to build 4 million housing units for their citizens. Are they not in Africa? Don't they have the president who, as we have presidents in Ghana? What stopped us to also reasoning, excuse me to use the word, like these people who are also countries in Africa? So then the teacher pays an amount like 500 cedis, 700 Ghana cedis for the next 15 to 20 years or to 30 years before retiring. So currently, if you are more than 40 years and you are a teacher, your risk of paying more is high because the duration that you have to go on retirement is less than the 30 years, which in this case, retirement age is 60 years. So you have less than 30 years, which is 20 years, to go on retirement. So if the one who is 25 years and is the teacher is paying, say, 700, you, the one who is 40 years, your risk factor is you pay more than the 700 because the duration that will take you to go on retirement is low.
Right. Right.
And in the long term, the investor will be getting his returns on investment.
Okay.
Not in the short term.
Frank, I think you've given us quite a lot to start with, several commercial angles being brought in here. Now we're gonna take a few messages, and when we come back, the thing that I would like us to do together, Frank, is try and make these numbers work. If indeed we are to have affordable housing at Saglemi, what should the numbers be? What are the viable options available to government to ensure that Ghanaians who today are sleeping outside people's gates and shops can actually live at Saglemi feasibly? We'll do the maths when we come back from these messages. But first,
are you sinking in your bed? Is your mattress failing to give you the safety and comfort you deserve? Get yourself a Royal Foam mattress, which guarantees you good sleep and the relaxation you deserve today. As space setters, we've attached pillows to the mattresses you buy for free. Get this offer in all our showrooms and sales outlets across the country. Don't be left out. Royal Foam wishes to say a big thank you to you, their loyal customers, for making them win the Silver Award at the 12 Ghana Business and Financial Services Excellence Awards. Please call us on 0202 27 1000 for enquiries. Royal Foam, rest assured.
Now, are you tired of the daily commute to work during rush hour? Or maybe you're planning a girls' night out and you need a reliable ride. Or perhaps you need to deliver an important parcel and you want to get there on time. Whatever your reason for commuting, Access Bank and Uber have got you covered. With the Access Bank Visa card, you can now enjoy 30% off your Uber rides. That's 30% off every ride. Use the promo code Access Ride Savings to enjoy affordable convenience and cheaper rides, even on a limited budget. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity to save big on your daily commute. Go to ghana.accessbankplc.com or on social media today to learn more and start enjoying and saving on your Uber rides like never before. Access Bank, more than banking.
So Safari Valley Eco Park has introduced the Safari Wildlife Experience by creating an environment that fosters the harmonious cohabitation of forest, water, humans, and wildlife such as zebra, sable antelope, llama, wallaby, fallow deer, Patagonian mara, and many others, where everyone can come and experience these majestic creatures at a starting price of only 250 Ghana cedis, and is free for children up to 6 years. It's only an hour's drive from Accra. It opens from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. Visit Safari Valley Eco Park with your friends and family today for the thrill of a lifetime. For more information, visit safarivalleyresorts.com. Check out Safari Valley on Instagram or call 0596 914394.
All right, the Ghana Revenue Authority, in collaboration with the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, informs the general public that property rate bills for all metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies are available electronically on portal.myassembly.gov.gh. All ratepayers are advised to log in to portal.myassembly.gov.gh with their phone numbers and validate their property, view bills, and pay electronically using either mobile money, debit and credit cards, bank transfer and checks. There must be no cash payments whatsoever to anybody. All payments must be made online at portal.myassembly.gov.gh. The general public is further advised that Act 936-1561 prescribes sanctions which include the sale of the defaulting properties to defray the amount owned. Ratepayers are therefore further advised to make payments only on portal.myassembly.gov.gh, as payments made outside this platform will be billed again. Please call 0302 756 820 or 054 998 6968 for further inquiries. This is from the Commissioner General. Go to gra.gov.gh to learn more. All right, when we come back, Mr. Frank Abuaji Denyansa, CEO of Danny Wise Estates and Construction, and also the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, GREDA, will be helping us make the numbers work. We will make Saglemi work again after these messages.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best. On Joy 99.7 FM.
My people, Philadelphia. Our very own Adansi Travels is 10 years old. I hope you remember what they did on their 5th anniversary with a 555 figure and even the power of 8.
Then this will be a 10-day thing.
That is right. We are going on a 10-day adventure in Dubai on a chartered Emirates flight full of Adansi travelers from 10th to 19th August. And starting from $1,650, you can be part of this Adansi-licious 10th anniversary tour. The rate covers flights, hotel accommodation, breakfast, visa, airport transfer, tours, and Adansi at 10 mega party at Dubai Desert Camp with the legendary Samini.
Adansi Travelers Tour. It's a vibe. The 10th anniversary. That will be a part of this.
You can pay a minimum of $500 to book your seat and pay the rest till 15th July. Contact Adansi Travels now on 0595 500 817 or 055 631 0404 to book your spot now. Adansi Travels. Fuel life's beauty.
If you get LPG, let me see your hand. Who are
Mr. Menu, I'm not happy with you, cry.
Oh, landlord, what is it?
Me, what is the problem? How can you allow your wife cook with charcoal and firewood? Don't you know smoke is harmful to your wife? Don't you have gas?
Oh, landlord, me, I've been using charcoal since.
You're not current at all. Now every Ghanaian uses gas because it's safe and convenient. Just one matchstick, and you're good to go. Food cooks faster and the taste is retained.
Hey, landlord, be that.
You think I'm joking, New rule, no gas, no accommodation. Even you just paid your rent, And my friend, come for your money and leave my house.
Hey, landlord, if you make a mistake and you give me this money, I'm not going to move. I'm going to buy gas.
Like you will see.
Don't be left out. LPG is safe and convenient. This campaign is brought to you by the National Petroleum Authority and supported by the Ministry of Energy and World Bank. Contact our toll-free number 080-012-300 for more information.
What? It seems Royal Foam did not get the memo. Times are tough. Prices are going up. They're giving 10% discount, free pillows with every purchase. Hey, Royal Foam. Just when you thought all they manufacture are quality but affordable mattresses and pillows, they take it up a notch by being thoughtful in these hard times. Royal Foam has reduced their prices drastically. Buy a mattress, get a free pillow. Enjoy 10% discount instantly, nationwide. Take advantage. Enjoy Royal Foam. Enjoy the best.
Call Royal Foam today on 020-227-1000 for more information.
Royal Foam. Rest assured.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best. On Joy 99.7 FM.
Ainda media to Guadalajara.
You're welcome back. We're continuing our conversation on Saglemi, and thanks to all of you who have joined us from all parts of the country, in Kumasi and Ashanti region, those who are tuned into Love 99.5 FM, and in the Central region, those of you tuned into ATL 100.5 megahertz. We're glad you're part of this family conversation. We need to find solutions to our housing problems in Ghana, and it is emerging that Saglemi is not it. Saglemi was never it, to be honest. If you do the calculation from what was reported in the Hansard as part of the original plan, they would have had to sell each unit of the 5,000 originally planned at $52,000 per unit. I mean, you do the maths. If you're a teacher, as our guest, Mr. Frank Abuaji Danyansa, has demonstrated, if you're a teacher on some 2,000 Ghana cedis, per month, how will you afford a $52,000, dollar mortgage? If you are a 40-year-old teacher, forget about it. You probably die before you finish paying, because currently in Ghana, our life expectancy is 63.8 years. Did you know that right now in Ghana, only 3.6% of our population is above 65 years old?
Yeah.
So how do you even... How was Saglemi supposed to be a viable housing solution? Anyway, we'll see if we can turn it into one with our conversation in just a moment. But first, it's all of the Premier League, all on DSTV. Catch all the goals, moments, clashes, derbies, and drama. Make sure to stay tuned to all of Rashford, Haaland, and Saka. Watch it all unfold live in HD with the option of exciting commentary in Chi. All this on the package of your choice. No one else offers all of the Premier League but DSTV. Get your DSTV decoder with 1 month compact subscription for 299 Ghana cedis and add a satellite dish for 100 Ghana cedis, or stay connected on *759# to enjoy it all. DSTV, it's your moment.
Well, it's Bigo time. Are you worried about your parties, weddings, outdooring, funerals, hangouts, on what to drink to enjoy during the celebration, or you're worried about how to celebrate your friends and family during that special occasion? Well, with Bigo, no wahala for the occasion, like we say, because Bigo Drinks has made it easy for everyone to enjoy and have the ideal celebration. It comes in different and captivating flavors, each one specially created to enrich every moment and bring vitality to your life. Now, the flavors include cocktail, cola, apple, coconut, lemon, lime, and orange, and it comes in 16 or 20 in a pack. I love to go around in various packs. It's refreshing and of good quality. Infuse color into your life and get rejuvenated. Grab a bottle of your favorite flavor and treat yourself and loved ones to a memorable experience. Bigo Drinks, another quality product from Twellium Industries Limited. Bigo.
All right, Mr. Frank Abuaji Danyansa is our guest, CEO of Daniwise Estate and Construction. He's an award-winning, construction CEO, and he's the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, GREDA. All right, so I mean, we see the size of the problem. We understand the problem, Mr. Danyansa. Now, how do we fix it? You are against government selling Saglemi, which means it must be made into an affordable housing facility. How do we go about doing that? I mean, we've blown 200 million on it already. But how do we go about ensuring that they can be made habitable and people can afford to live in them and pay off, whatever mortgages or whatever arrangements are made?
Okay, Kojo. Yes, so I have the immediate solutions, which first and foremost, I think in my conversation, I made snippets of the mortgage scheme. So let the government understand that they are in dying need. And someone who is in dying need is a beggar. A beggar has no choice. In this case, Ghanaians want Saglemi, and we don't want to lose it. So we went for a loan, which we have already not been able to service. So we understand that it is debt now. The only way out is equity funding from an investor who is willing to go the long term with us. So we determine the percentage shares for this investor and that of the government of Ghana. That is one. Two, a mortgage finance company who would partner the investor whether in-house or a Ghanaian owned, or probably come along with the investor for a long term, maximum 60 years, like we do the BOT contracts in the district assemblies. We are able to give contracts to people for 60 years. I know you know, Kojo. So what is stopping us from signing agreements that the person becomes a partner for a period of 60 years, gets his returns and leave the scene, and the property returns back to the government of Ghana? The other one will be the assurance of an off-taker agreement. So this is how they can go about Saglemi. The Ministry of Works and Housing, together with government, can open up a scheme currently that any Ghanaian who is interested in Saglemi, we are doing a registration, come and write your name. Any Ghanaian who is interested in Saglemi, within a certain period, come and write your name. When these lists are compiled, they are termed as the off-takers, whether teachers, whether plumbers, whether organizers, whoever. When these off-takers come on board, we know the total number of people who have come. That is what the investor will base on to say that I and my mortgage company coming will be able to give these people who have come an opportunity to take these houses. We have no option of an outright purchase. It will not work. No Ghanaian can afford it at this stage. A clear example is Asokore Mampong. As it stands, when Snitch completed most of them, it has ended up in the hands of rich people who have bought it and in turn renting out to the poor people again. So what stops the government by going direct rental to own? So that if you, Kojo, you go for 1 or 2 bedroom house, you rent it and be paying as rent 700 cedis, 1,500 Ghana cedis for the next 20 years. Do you lose anything? In an untimely event that you are no more, your next of kin, whether your spouse or your children who are above the age of 18 years and are in the working class, will come and service the mortgage. Is this too big for us to do as a country? That is the immediate solution. The long-term solution for the Ghana, in general Ghana housing, is one. In advanced countries, we are going green. Kojo, now we are replacing iron rods with bamboo. Okay? And bamboo is stronger than iron rod, as you know, by 20,000 pounds in terms of its tensile strength. Let me repeat it again. Bamboo is stronger than iron rods by 20,000 pounds in its tensile strength. It is being used in Europe, in high structures, in buildings, in placement of iron rods. So where is that traditional way of we having been psyched by some people that the only way to do reinforcement is to include iron rods? Kojo, do you remember, or are you aware that when you are doing your building and you get to where the normal term, flow, the flooring stage, the casting of the concrete or the soffit at the top, when we put the iron rods there and we cast the concrete, what do you normally see that is used to support the concrete?
Bamboo.
Yeah.
Bamboo.
Yeah.
So this should tell us that this is so strong that it can be used. And I am here in Europe, we've done the research, and it is viable. And somebody will be somewhere, excuse me to say, refusing to think and say that Russia-Ukraine war and that we are not getting iron rods from Ukraine. And for that matter, it is becoming expensive in construction. Look, in Ireland, they are using bricks. When I was growing up in my village, I got to see third houses with bricks, and the roofing was bamboo. Now, we have manufactured bricks into smaller sizes where we can use. Now we've moved from the laterite, which is the Atakwame, and we are using bricks. When you go to KUST, they have manufactured this by CSIR. We are not using them. Let us go into these ones to make units of housing affordable. Let us decentralize it, do it in every district in Ghana. It is possible. And per my proposal, 5,000 units in every district in Ghana would have covered almost about 1.3 million units within a certain duration. If we are saying we will do it in 4 years, by 4 years we have capped the housing deficit half. This is not government money. This is not government loan. This is government partnership with investors who are willing to invest in affordable housing as a social need for Ghanaians. The other part will be the last bit where the mortgages also come in as with this type of construction unit. As it stands now, Kojo, government can't be trusted. Do you know, or are you aware, in 2018, they took 150 acres of land from some chiefs in the Brown Ahafo, which is Yamfo, and then Dua Yankwanta, Hene, for 100,000 units every year for the next 10 years. Please, do you remember?
I remember this report. So this was in the
Honorable Frida Prempe
Brown Ahafo
was
region.
there. Yes. And they said they have secured $5 billion to fund 100,000 units of houses. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia was the one who did the presentation. And they were going to build 100,000 units for the next 10 years. And that was in 2018. In 2021, Madame Frida Prempe was the Minister of Works and Housing. And then she herself went with, they said there was a company by name Yatrim Tourism AS, a Turkish company, in partnership with AS Konda Company Limited, a construction company in Ghana. And they were going to construct 100,000 to 250,000 units of houses from 2021 every year. They took 250 acres of land from Yamfo Hene, Tanosto Hene, and Dua Yankwanta Hene. Where are these housing units? We are in 2023. And where is the money? If indeed $5 billion was secured, why are people just throwing figures about as if people in Ghana do not read, or we don't even learn, or we don't know what we do? And when we in the industry, we hear these things, we have aches in our stomachs because this has to happen. Our leaders tell us, and we don't see it happening. Where is the $5 billion they said they have secured? Was it a lie? So the pragmatic approach is that any government who is willing to come to power should tell Ghanaians how many units of houses you are going to put up within the next duration of your term. If it's 4 years, ensure it is done, completed, and Ghanaians take it in an affordable way, as I have stated, not outright purchase. It should be in a way that the mortgage system will start working. If it's possible for us to bring back Construction Bank, we have to bring back Construction Bank to finance these mortgages. Other than that, the commercial banks who are into mortgage in Ghana should all come together and assist the government and all Ghanaians to achieve this goal. Else, we should not allow them to start any of these projects because they have shown us that they can't be trusted, and when they start these projects, they cannot finish it.
In terms of business viability, are you saying that by your analysis, and by the way, if you just joined us, we're talking to Mr. Frank Abuaji Denyansa. He's a construction expert. He's the Ashanti Regional Chairman of GREDA, Ashanti Regional President of GREDA. So, Frank, are you saying that government will not find an investor to come and pump 114 million into Saglemi and then do whatever he wants with it? Government will not find someone willing to just buy it?
No, the investor will be doing so at his or her own risk. Whoever wants to go, and I've given you the figure that per our calculations of housing units that we are securing, and we have done that for Kenya, we've done that for South Africa, we've done that for Zambia, we are still doing it, even in Ghana. And I remember in 2017, I led a team, these corporate finance companies, to come to Ghana. And there was a strong cutting of 5,000 housing units. It's private owned. And it is the basic that these researches are being done. And it's $200 million as it was stated. But these $200 million, if you can give me 5,000, it means that $100 million can give me 2,500 units of housing. Or not just 2,000 acres at Saglemi. On just almost about, because some of them will be high-rise. So almost about 100 acres of land can accommodate this unit. 40 acres of land in districts can accommodate 1,000 units of housing. So what are we saying? So any investor would run these numbers. And I've challenged anyone, including the Minister of Western Housing, that if he thinks that he has enough evidence to say we should sell, I and my team have enough evidence to debate him that we should not sell Saglemi. And for that matter, investors are willing to come and pump in money if it is equity funding partnership and not outright purchase.
Right. Okay, I think this is a good place for us to pull the brakes on this. We are going to continue this conversation tomorrow, no doubt, because this is a very important national issue to be dealt with. Mr. Frank Aboagye-Denyansa, I want to say a big thank you to you. We appreciate your time with us. Let's continue this conversation.
Thank you very much, Kojo. Thank you, Winston, for having me. And thank you to your producer, Samuel. I'm grateful.
Wonderful. So that's Frank Aboagye-Denyansa. He's the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association. He's the CEO of Danny Wise Estate and Construction, and they've won several awards. 2014 and 2017, they won the Ghana Property Awards. All right. Okay, this conversation must continue tomorrow. But there's a bit more to come on the show. First, a very quick congratulations to Felix and Veronica Ofusu-Konto on your 20th wedding anniversary. This is from Philip Nye. Congratulations to you. All right, we're back with more after these.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM.
We need you to read all of this in the next 30 seconds. Is that okay?
Yeah? All of it? Do they really offer all of this?
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's give it a go.
All the goals, flashes, and moments. All of Rashford, Salah, and Saka. All 380 games, all in HD. Available in all the languages you want, on all the devices you enjoy. Choose the bouquet you want from all the options available. The Premier League, all on DSTV.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
Did you hear that Electroland Ghana is still running Founders Day promo? Yes! From now till stocks last, make your way into any Electroland Ghana showroom and choose appliances from Samsung, Media, Nasco, and TCL at affordable prices. Products ranges from microwaves, gas cookers, fridges, air conditioners, and more. All you have to do is to walk in and grab yourself some luxurious electronics for your home at affordable prices. Or call 0503 159 739 for more info.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM.
Yeah. You're welcome back. Okay. So many of your messages coming through. We'll be sharing a few of those in just a moment. Stay tuned for that. But thanks to all of you who have stayed with us. Keep it locked here, because this conversation is far from over. Don't forget, in your spare time, go to kingdomstoreonline.com. Go check out all their great stuff, including quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture. You can pay for anything you like via Momo, and they will deliver to your home or office in very good time. If you're in Accra or Tema, you get free delivery. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
So let me tell you about our Dancia 10th anniversary trip, which is really vibing, and they can't thank you enough. So the chartered flight on Emirates is fully booked. Qatar and UAE combo and all Europe trips are all sold out already. But there's still some good news, because they have secured few seats on Emirates to Dubai, which will be departing on August 13 and 15, with rates starting at only $1,650 per person. Also available are the following exciting combo trips in August and September: Nairobi and Dubai with Doreen Ando, South Africa, Victoria Falls and Livingston with Lexus Bill, Nana Odiasa de Wamf, Singapore, Malaysia and Indonesia with Kwame Dazi, and West Africa road trip to Togo, Benin and Nigeria. You see, there's no excuse not to travel this summer. And there's also the Kigali and Dubai trip with Master Abuaji, George Kui. Enjoy free pass to Adansia 10. Well, I mean, that's been had already. So just send hi to WhatsApp number 0593857002 or call 0556310404 or visit AdansiTravels.com. Seats are limited. Grab yours now. Adansia 10. It's a vibe. Fuel life's beauty with us this summer. Okay, let's get into the tweets this morning. Lots of you joining us at Zakbe_ABD says, the Bank of Ghana expenditure alone can solve this Saglemi problem. At Kinsley Assam says, these should be farmlands, not real estate projects. My country will always waste land instead of redeveloping the towns and cities. And that's another part of it. You know, people pushing the agenda of redevelopment of our towns and cities and living those areas as farmlands. At Onyx Kweku says, government should rather sell it to Ghanaians as it is, so that buyers will continue and make them habitable for themselves. And at Papi Solo says, it will be worth finding money to complete it rather than starting a new one and continuing the prosecution. At Foster Pedro says, completed regardless of the corruption allegations attached to it. There's no way we can get the money back. And at Maya Gondado says, they should halt the $250 million Bank of Ghana office complex and push the money for Saglemi. And at Kwali 05, it says, Ghanaians are ready to buy these apartments in their current state. We will buy and refurbish it. They shouldn't sell it to any private investors. At Sylvanus Banser says, if distance is even the problem, we can use this as an opportunity to try out the rail system. And at Eddie Affo says, first of all, this should be seen as a national crisis and needs attention bringing to book all involved in the fraud. Until this is resolved, no human should bring up the idea of affordable housing scheme. And this one from Great Carry says, Ghanaians should not only kick against the sale of Saglemi buildings, but also the commencement of the Bogoso project from Sarah in Adenta. Okay, that's from Sarah in Adenta. From Raul Clothings in Atidoma says, hi, Joy FM. This guy is very bold. I love him. Politicians don't like truthful people, but people they can manipulate to become their accomplices and the ones they work with. Ghanaians, let's shine our eyes. And Great Carry says, government should simply allow the ordinary Ghanaians the opportunity to occupy the buildings, and we, the occupants, will simply find out ways to bring water and light. That's the solution. After all, people living in these places, people are living at worse places than Saglemi, even in Accra. Okay.
Okay, well, listen, stay with us. We're about to have a conversation with our friends from Perby Cubs about their brand new, about their Carnival campaign, which is an amazing reading campaign. You really need to hear all about this after these.
This is gonna last. 99.7 FM brings you another Joy Family Forum dubbed Becoming Mr. and Mrs. All You Need to Know Before Marriage. A breakfast meeting for singles led by Home Affairs and hosted by yours truly, Adam Knight Tea. Our guest speakers for the day are Ghana's favorite uncle, Uncle Lebo White, and Reverend Mrs. Rita Kranche Ankra, First Lady of the Royal House Chapel. Mrs. Theresa Wiafia Sante Mama T, Ariel the Wellness Coach, Kobina Tabedu, PG Sebastian, Lawyer Kwekuyamwa Pencil, and a host of other seasoned relationship coaches and counselors will all be in attendance. You get to enjoy a good buffet breakfast, giveaways, networking, and other fun activities at a cool rate of 150 Ghana cedis per head and 250 for two. Venue is the Best Western Plus Hotel, Nungwa. Time is 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. and the date is 12 August 2023. Please reserve your spots now. Call or WhatsApp 059-288-9986 for your reservations. This event is supported by Best Western Plus Hotel, Nungwa, Ship Healthcare Specialist Medical Center, Nish, Goba Kente, and Marie Noel's Spa and Salon. Becoming Mr. and Mrs. All you need to know before marriage.
Think of Ghana's forests as a pair of lungs or kidneys, cleaning our air and water, regulating rainfall, sunshine, and serving as a buffer against natural disasters. Those kidneys and lungs are currently being attacked and perforated at a faster rate by illegal mining.
The forest is a no-go. It is an illegal area for anybody to mine. If the colonial masters save these resources, how come our fourth republic is the one destroying these resources?
34 of the country's 288 forest reserves have been affected, with an estimated destruction of 4,726 hectares.
This is purely criminal.
Erastus Asardonko goes deep into major forests under siege. Forests under siege, a Pamprama Forest Reserve.
Coffee in your cup. Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show.
Is Angele Pebi, who's CEO of Pebi Caps, and Adjoa Mrekuampoma, Brand and Communications Senior Associate of Pebi Caps. Good morning, both of you.
Good morning.
And I believe you're all doing very well.
Very well.
Great to see you again, Adjoa. It's been a very, very long time.
I know.
Great. So let's start off with, getting to appreciate what, Pebi Caps is all about and the services you render.
Okay, thank you very much, Winston. So Pebi Caps, we are an edtech that offers a fun, evidence-based, cost-effective reading program that gets children to succeed through becoming very good readers. And so we usually do this in partnership with schools. We offer digital library setups and thousands of books to children. And we actually, our specialty is bringing the fun to reading because unfortunately in our context, reading is not seen to be something fun and exciting. It's seen to be a bore, a chore, a punishment. And so what we like to do is bring the fun to reading because when children love to read, they succeed in school and their future careers.
I like that. When children love to read, they succeed in school and in their future career. So let's get into appreciating what this whole carnival campaign, what it means, its goals and objectives.
Okay, thank you very much, Winston. So this year, Accra has been selected by UNESCO for the Accra World Book Capital, and Pebi Cap is privileged to be an official partner also for the Accra World Book Capital, and that is where Carnival comes in. So Carnival, that is the word. It's a coin word from the English word carnival, and which means traveling fanfare. So carne is also a Ghana word which means read. So carnival is just reading fanfare, bringing fun to reading and also promoting the joy of reading. So it's a one-year fun social reading campaign that promotes the joy for reading. So at the end of the 1 year campaign, we want society to have the clear message that reading is fun, reading leads to success, and everyone should read. We just want to get every child everywhere to develop that natural love for reading and not to see it as a chore, as a punishment, or as a necessary evil or something, but as something that will lead to their success in school and also in their future career. It comes with a lot of fun, a lot of activities in there.
Oh, I like that. Carnival. I'm sure this may be coming from Angele. So tell me when you started this campaign and where you've been to so far.
Okay, so Carnival was launched on the 11th of May in Dansuman, Alpha Beta Schools in Dansuman. And it's a 1 year campaign. So when we started in Dansuman, we went to Amrahia community. We went to a private school there and brought the fun fair there with the bouncy castle, the face painting, the excitement. We also went to the surrounding community and interviewed and did a read on the go campaign with and people from all walks of life, the bean seller, the mechanic, and so on. And from Amrahia, we went to Kwabinya. Sorry, the name escaped. We went to Kwabinya as well. And also engaged the community there as well in reading and brought the fun fair there. We went to Adringano as well. And our last stop was in Dansuman. Actually, last 2 weeks. We went
Hold
to
on
Dansuman.
a second. I like a bit about Dansuman.
Yes.
B cluster of schools, right?
Yes.
And that's the first public school you've been to, right?
Yes.
Oh, I like that. So can you actually share, with us the experience with regards to the Caps there and those in the private schools? Since you've been to a lot of private schools and the Dansuman B cluster of schools was the first public school. Let's do the analysis.
It was such a great experience and an interesting one, of course. We would like to use this opportunity to thank the headmasters because it was cluster of schools, so the various headmasters, but the most popular one of the names I remember is Mr. Bashiru and the 3 other headmasters and then a headmistress as well. We would like to thank the CISO, the Educational Ministry, in general for giving us the opportunity to take the carnival bus there. And then in the school, the community also received us very well there. And the Caps, that's how we call them. The Caps enjoyed everything we took there, especially with the digital setup that we had there. It was their first experience and everything there. The difference between the public school and then the private school is that we would first of all want to congratulate the teachers for the good work they are doing there. But it was clear for us to see the gap in terms of literacy between them and then the CAPS and the private school, since it was their first experience. There was more room for improvements there, and they are just looking forward to us coming there with a permanent setup there so that they can also have the experience and the benefits the CAPS and the private school are having there.
Okay, so like you said, that's understandable, but it means that there's a lot of things that we can do.
Yes.
So after the Dansuman B cluster of schools, where next and what next? Which schools are in line?
Very good question. So Carnival 1 year reading campaign, interestingly, September is Literacy Month. And so the Carnival bus is going to still go to some other private schools in this month of August, but we are heading towards Tema Station for the whole month of September. We're going to set up a digital library in Tema Station right in the middle of Accra, where we can engage everyone from all walks of life can come there, come and read. We are also doing a celebrity reading challenge, a local language reading challenge. There's going to be lots of excitement and giveaways as people enjoy the reading experience. By the time September ends, we really would have engaged community a lot to read and to realize that reading really is fun. It leads to success as well.
Which one is a celebrity reading challenge?
A good question.
Okay, so as part of getting everyone involved, we work with celebrities from all walks of life, being the media, in the movie industry, the creative industry in general. So the Celebrity Reading Challenge, they serve as role model to everyone. So it will be an online reading challenge where a celebrity would record him or herself in a video of reading, and then they will share it. They will tag people for them to also follow, and then the general public will also follow them for what they are going to do for us. And then we'll also have them physically at Tema Station during our digital setup there as well.
Okay. I'm interested in the local language reading challenge. So you can read in any local language?
Yes, so we are going to be encouraging reading, because reading is not just supposed to be in English, it's supposed to be in our local languages. And many of us struggle. When we can read in English, we still struggle to read in our local languages. So we want to encourage that, put the spotlight on that. And we'll be doing the major languages, but we are encouraging everyone from every different tribe and language in Ghana to join the local language challenge.
Great. This morning we're joined by Mrs. Angele Pebi, who's CEO Pebi Caps, and Adram Rekwampoma, who's Brand and Communicators Senior Associate at Pebi Caps. So we know this whole campaign, I mean, all that you're doing will be very expensive, having to go around and getting, these young ones to read and encouraging them to read. How are you funding it, and how are you going to be funding it going forward?
Very good question. So Carnival is a huge campaign. It's a very necessary campaign. It's a behavioral change campaign, because as a society, we need to get reading more. The more a society reads, it actually correlates with the society doing better. And there's something called learning poverty. That's children who can't read by age 10. Unfortunately, in Sub-Saharan Africa, that number is 87%, and it's very highly correlated with actual poverty. Countries are poor when children can't read. So we all need to be in this together. That's why for Carnival, we are collaborating with the media, we are collaborating with influencers, and we also are collaborating with corporate entities. So that's to answer your question. This will happen when we have a lot of sponsorship, a lot of partnerships with the corporate entities. So we encourage corporate entities out there, especially those that want to support education and support literacy, and those that have their CSR as SDG 4, to come alongside, to call us, to get in touch with us. And there will definitely be a lot of a spotlight on the good work they are doing. So please come alongside us and come push this for this to happen.
Great. Finally, from you, Adra, what would you say?
Okay, I will add my voice to Angele's own. We are still calling on all corporate entities, individuals as well, to also come on board, to still support us, just to change the narrative, because we can't do it alone, especially with the project. What we want to do in the private schools, having a permanent digital setup there for the children to also benefit. We can't do it alone. We are calling on them to come and support us in cash, to support us also in kind, especially with the Tema Station one. We need their support so that we can change the narrative of reading.
And how do they support you?
They can call us on
055 2477 243. Or reach out to us on any of our social media handles, and we'll be happy to have a conversation with them.
Let's take the number again.
The number again is 055 2477 243. 055-2477-243.
Thank you very much, Shangeli Pebi, who's CEO of Pebi Caps, and to you, Adjomri Kwampama, who is Brand and Communicators Senior Associate of Pebi Caps, for joining us here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us.
Thank you.
There are more after these.
It's R2Bs with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, over. Love those guys. Love
R2Bs.
those guys.
I was Yausiki part of R2Bs.
I don't know.
Who is
Yausiki?
Was he part of R2Bs?
Signed.
They signed him. Okay. 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 But this guy was part. Melodies. Okay. You know Melodies?
No, who's that?
Okay.
Yeah, I only know.
You know Ademad.
MPD.
You know Ademad?
Yeah.
Okay. Before Betty wraps up, he will play Ademad, and you hear. But how can they be R2Bs without Payday? That was only Payday's part in that song. The other guy in there is Melodies.
I see. I see.
I call him Onda. Okay. Anyway, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. We've had quite a show. Tomorrow we're back, and tomorrow we are taking you to Saglemi. Okay, what is the state of this place? This place that we are told is going to cost $114 million before anybody can live there. What's the state of it? Since they started this project and abandoned it, what state has it fallen into? What is the value of this place that government is now saying they are going to off-take to some private person? What's the state of Saglemi? We'll take you there tomorrow. For all of those details, make sure you don't miss the show. Until then, my name is Kojo Yankson. I'm the morning man.
My name is Winston Amwa.